Hello everyone, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well on this fine Monday. Yeah, normally I'm at Disneyland on Monday. I had a bit of a busy schedule, unfortunately. And so as a result, I decided to do the Disneyland stream on Tuesday. So for those of you guys who want to watch me on Disneyland, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is the schedule. But I could have streamed Disneyland. I just would have gotten there very late. Like 9:30 late. Like we would have had 30 minutes. And then Disneyland closes. So I figured let's get some more Disneyland time in tomorrow. And this time we're gonna do a different stream. Now I used to stream pretty late at night. I used to stream really late at night, like say I don't know, 11 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock at night. Used to do a couple different streams, Slate Aspire. For a while I was doing pretty decent GeoGuessr streams late at night. Those are both long and late. But you know, no one else is doing GeoGuessr at that time of night. It's pretty funny. So we're not doing either of those, by the way. We're doing a new game called Star Trek Voyager, Across the Unknown. It's a very exciting game. I've been playing a little bit of it just to make sure it's working and to see what it's like. You know, if it's not worth streaming, then I wouldn't stream it. But it's worth streaming. It's worth playing. It's a great game. I highly recommend it. For those of you guys like Star Trek fans, it's also a pretty good survival game, especially for those who are into science fiction. So I do recommend that. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. We don't need to keep on me rambling on everything here. Let's turn off the info bar because there's going to be information at the top of the screen that you're going to want to see here, and it's really great. We'll also turn off the music because the music they have its own soundtrack. Although it does have a streaming mode in the settings here. So let's see here. Let's audio, or maybe it didn't have a streaming mode. I thought it did. Well, hopefully the music isn't going to cause problems. Here, we'll move away from the Star Trek music and move into the regular game kind of play here and everything. So yeah, see how there's stuff at the top there? That's important. I don't think the music is going to be too loud, although if it is too loud, let me know. And we'll see what's going on here. So, how does this game work? Well, we are the Captain Janeway of the Starship Voyager, and we are trying to get home. Home is 70,000 light years away, although at this point we're 60,000 light years away, and we need to move from sector to sector, trying to explore new routes home, maybe try to form a wormhole to get home quicker, better ways of propulsion, but also deal with the challenges of survival. Making sure all our resources are topped off, make sure our people are happy, make sure that our hull is really bad right now. We're in this sort of nebula that's really hurting us, and also our navigation reflector, which prevented us from avoiding debris, so, you know, asteroids and such, was damaged. So that really hurt us significantly. And I did not have any uranium. This is definitely a resource management game. It's not necessarily the easiest game. I'm playing it in normal mode, but it is not the easiest game. So we're dealing with a lot of challenges. We need to get more of that resource just to survive, and obviously we should build out the ship a bit more. A lot of the ship was damaged when we were thrown into the Delta Quadrant by the caretaker, and we're just now still trying to finally get a lot of the ship kind of repaired. But there's still a lot of challenging things right now. So yeah, we're making it work. But no guarantees that it's going to work perfectly. But we'll see how it is. Here we have a sector map here. We've kind of explored these other areas. We definitely explored this section. Like everything here, if there's no question mark, it means we explored it. We explored a little bit of this system. We left some materials here. It's this one that we really kind of avoided, because this one has dealt a lot of damage to our ship. We really could use some more dilithium crystals, and maybe we'll go back just for those before leaving the sector. But some of these other materials it's just really rough. And now we're in this area, which has half a nebula, so we can be able to stay out of this half. I don't know if we're gonna move. Ooh, a repair station. Oh, we really could use a repair station. Our hull is really bad. I've not actually visited a repair station yet, so this would actually be pretty good. I'm thinking maybe we grab some dilithium, because we're going to have, some more deuterium, because we have a lot of deuterium. Then go to the trade station and see if we could trade for some resources, preferably a lot more duranium. because we're kind of losing it. We also have just a lot of things that are just using up energy, and we don't have the energy to spare to keep everything going. That's why a lot of stuff is offline. Although, actually, we could probably disable one of these sick bays. Yeah, because we have only 8 patients left. We only need 2 sick bays so we could actually disable this life support. Deck 3 has been sort of I'm disabling my entire life support section to save power. Hey, Cassandra, good to see you. How you doing, Cassandra? Welcome in. You are first. Yeah, large compartment. This actually has a lot of power here. This is a big battery compartment. So I'm going to use that for power. And then we basically have a lot of damage areas that we just are trying to deal with. It's just rough. It's just rough at the moment. Dinar Pell, we can play her. You're doing okay? That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay. Sorry to hear that the YouTube comments weren't going through. YouTube's been having some issues. About 2 streams ago at Disneyland, the YouTube was was actually down for a little bit, and people, I could see it because not many people were able to watch the stream. Even my father said that. I think I need to have her. I need somebody in here. Oh, I guess I can't have anyone in the waste assembly room. I'll have her in converting. Yeah, it's more of these chips. These bio-neuro gel packs are kind of important, and we could definitely increase the production time on that by just having her work. Unfortunately, yeah, you have heroes in here. You have heroes that you can play with. And Dinar Pell is a Vidian, who's a doctor. I don't know why she's wearing an orange, a yellow uniform. Because I kind of mostly associate her with the medical and science field. So I feel like in this situation, she should be wearing a science uniform, like the doctor here, but not this sort of operations engineering uniform. We've had some issues. We lost Balana. We got her Klingon half, but we didn't have to save Balana herself or her human half. So that was kind of interesting. Kess left the ship because she became a being. It says she died, but she really kind of became like this sort of being of energy. 7 of 9 is left because of the Raven thing, which we need to kind of watch out for. And Tuvok is bugged out. I don't know why Tuvok is bugged out. I mean, I know why she's bugged out, but he shouldn't be bugged out. He should be back there. Yeah, the YouTube thing was definitely frustrating. The whole app was down. It was crazy. But hopefully YouTube will fix it. It's weird that YouTube isn't working there. Shadow, 11 p.m. for you is almost go to sleep. You have a job sleep. Shadow, I used to stream. At like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, GeoGuessr. You could ask Mage Power, who we see on Twitch. He used to be one of our moderators for the GeoGuessr streams, and then I stopped doing GeoGuessr. But he knows that we use a stream pretty late at night, and for that, it was interesting doing those kinds of streams. Now that I do Disney streams, it's kind of hard to do real late night streams because after Disney I'm tired. And even though I've tried doing some content after Disneyland streams, it is kind of exhausting. It's kind of exhausting. So definitely trying to figure out other ways of doing things. Let's get some more deuterium. And then we will see if we can... Oh, look, the waste disassembler fixed. That's good. Can we speed this up? Because this is using energy to give us this material, this duranium. And it's very important. No, I need the doctor in sick bay to heal people. And I need Harry Kim in the science bay to... Actually, we could replace the doctor with Dinar Pell. She's going to heal people a little bit slower. But at least that means that we could have the doctor here to increase this kind of production of this material that we really kind of need at the moment. Okay. Yeah. See ya. Yeah. You met the actor play Catherine when you were really young? Cassandra, you met Kate Mulgrew? Oh my gosh. I'm so jealous. Wow. Kate Mulgrew, that's amazing. Voyager, Star Trek Voyager was a show 25 years ago. So minor spoilers, by the way. Sorry if I didn't mention this earlier. Minor spoilers, even major spoilers, really. If you're watching me play this game and you're like, oh my gosh, like yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you're gonna be spoiled here. But to be fair, the show has been is pretty old at this point, so you know. I think we're okay. It's sort of like spoiling Harry Potter. It's like, well, you know, it's been around for a while there. I mean, Shadow, what, 10 months ago? I mean, Shadow, you're 13. Your voice is going to change a lot over the next few years. It's going to be really interesting. Let's see. We found a ship adrift. We could get some more materials. Let's activate our torpedo launch bay and our torpedo and our shuttles. I turned them off because we need to conserve power. That's kind of just been this big thing, is conserving power. Red is kind of bad in terms of like how good of the chance we have here. Oh yeah, sorry, my picture is kind of in the way here of the image. Not sure what I could do about that actually. I guess I could shift my picture over to the bottom, and then you could kind of see if I look up towards everything. Not sure if that's the better. I think that's probably the better way of doing things. Yeah. Used to have commands here that would do it, but let me see if I can fix that there. Oh, she came to your local mall. Wow, that's so awesome. Was she doing something like a meet and greet there, or she just happened to be shopping there? Your mom walked into your room this morning, Shadow, with your auntie on the phone. She says, "Good morning." She went, "Oh my goodness, I thought a man was in your house." Oh, Shadow, you're funny. You're funny. Let's see. How can I do this? It might just be better for me to simply do this in a different screen. Here, let's do this in the Thomas recording screen. Because this will be a little bit easier to shift around my computer. I don't know why the browser window is like that. We'll just add in a actually we should just copy this here. Copy this, and then we'll paste it in here. So actually I use this for Thomas. So how do I paste? Paste reference. Okay. This I use for recording the Thomas episode, so we're going to throw that all the way at the bottom. Okay, and then the way this is going to work out well is that I could actually shift my camera like that. You see how I can shift my camera around? So that makes it a lot easier to kind of show things. It's really cool. I don't have it programmed for the other scene. I have it programmed for this scene, so that works. And since we don't need the upper bar that we normally have, it'll allow me to kind of do that. Yeah, that'll work out well. Okay. Yeah, now I'm in a different spot. Ah! It's crazy there. I'm not sure why the stream went to 10 seconds for no reason, Shadow. That's pretty weird. But yeah. But Shadow, you're getting older. Maybe there is a man in your house. A meet and greet though. I've gone to a Star Trek convention before. I didn't meet any of the actors, although I should have met I think Linda Park, who played Hoshi Sato. I think I got the name right. I could be wrong. And she did not have a long line, not necessarily because she's unpopular and her character's unpopular, but because the show was new. Enterprise was just coming out. So unlike all these other actors in shows like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, which already had 7-year-long seasons where you got to know the characters, she's a new character from a new show. So not many people know her as well as say Captain Picard or Garak or something. So it was very. I should have went in and got her signature and everything because she was new to the scene, and she was good Asian representation in Enterprise. I like to avoid the red because red sometimes is dangerous and damages your ship, and we need to really avoid that. We can still damage the ship in here, but we really want to avoid red. So let's go for even if we get orange, that's good. So we got a little bit of deuterium, not a lot. Let's go to that trading station and see if we could trade for anything of importance. We also can use this time to start repairing some stuff, which we really should be. Because there's a lot of things that are damaged, including these emergency quarters. Yeah, so we will repair that. I'm using most of my repair teams to make the hull, to improve the hull, because we really could use some help there. So yeah. You thought you played Star Wars Empire Star War looks your same as your favorite game? Well, you know, it looks similar, right? It's a space game, but you know, it's Star Trek there. You made Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton, Heisman winner Doug. Ooh, Flutie had a football game. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's really awesome. But yeah, I like how they got repaired. Okay, so that's good. We entered the plasma storm. We're gonna repair that. But I like how, yeah, like in this, you know, I can shift my screen around like this, you know, just while streaming. It's really neat. I only have programmed for this scene, so we'll work that way. Can I do it while I'm playing the game? Oh yeah. I don't think these keys are controlled or anything, so that'll work. Yeah. It's cute weather. It's good. You know, the weather's important. The weather's important, Shadow, you know? You know, you're a Star Wars fan. Your dad's more like you, like the Star Trek. He wants his funeral to be like Spock's and Wrath of Khan. Ooh. Would you give him a funeral that's like Spock's and the Wrath of Khan? Okay, what will they trade? They'll trade deuterium. I do have a lot of deuterium for tritanium. I could use more tritanium. I don't have a ton. They'll want 4 duranium. I'm not going to give duranium. I need more dilithium crystals to upgrade the warp core, so we're not trading that. This is actually pretty useful. The trading the bio-neuro gel packs for dilithium. Because dilithium is kind of hard to come by. Deuterium and tritanium are pretty easy to come by. I wouldn't say easy, but getting the dilithium would be really useful. I guess the real question is, what in here would I be able to get? Because I could get some dilithium right here, and I'm not going to get a lot of tritanium afterwards. And if I want to upgrade my warp core, I'm going to need all the materials. Yeah, I'm going to need 140 of this. So as much as I would love to get some more dilithium, I think I could get dilithium another way. And I'm going to need to keep the tritanium. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to at least increase the power going to some of these cargo bays. Do I have space here? No. This cargo bay, yeah, these are for deuterium. These are my deuterium cargo bays. I don't need this active. Yeah, I don't need this deuterium, so I could probably put that there. Allocate the cargo bays to tritanium. Yeah, tritanium. Yeah, that'll give me enough space for the tritanium, and then I'm just gonna give really the deuterium. Okay. I'm not saying it's a good trade. It just is a trade. Can I trade again? No. Otherwise, I might have traded the bio-neuroparax for the dilithium, but only one trade, I guess, per time there. So yeah. Could you live constant negative 12 degrees Celsius? No. No, Shadow. I wouldn't be able to live negative 12 degrees Celsius. And his funeral is in his will. You have to do just out. They told me about like Christmas. Merry Christmas, Aldone! What specifically? Like, does he have to be launched out of a torpedo tube? Because I remember that was involved in Spock's funeral. That's actually probably the most important part about that entire sequence, because it sets things up for like everything after. I had a lot of fun at the recent lore event for the Loft. I had a ton of fun, Shadow. It was great. We're gonna go for more of this duranium, and then we're gonna go for the repair station. And I don't know how this works. I suspect they'll charge me. I don't know what they'll charge me, but they'll charge me. So we'll see how well this works. Ooh, what's an ARU facility? Use the drones of our ARU to scout resources. What's an ARU facility? but its Borg spirit crashed on the demon planet. It could be the greatest. We could try and sell it to resources. Ooh, demon planet. We could send down a away team, or we can... Ooh, both carry risk. Or we could use advanced protection technology and tools to gather resources. This has less of a risk. I mean, it has some risk, but at least the red is like a lot smaller. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, shoot. I didn't increase my cargo gate, but that's okay. We barely got anything. We also lost some crew. 3 crew died and 3 got severely injured. Well, that's not great. We took the least risk and we still got burned. Yeah, we need more crew. Yeah, no torpedo tube launch with bagpipes. The bagpipes are cool. We're using up too much energy. What am I using here? Oh, it's because I still have the torpedo launch bay open and the shuttle bay. Sometimes I forget to turn these off. The workshop we still need. Okay, we're still good with power. We are repairing. I'm missing housing. Oh, I see. I'm missing housing because I didn't build enough housing. I could probably build some more here. Like get rid of the hydroponics bay. We'll see. Let's repair the ship at least. Okay, what we got here? How does this work? Okay, the emergency quarters are here. Oh, okay. And then we got an incoming hail. Let's repair the ship first, and then that's the next part of the main mission. So, how does this work? Okay, a space station that repairs starships. We can pay with food. We pay with dilithium. I really need the dilithium. Boundary Geopelks are really low, but that'll give us 200 hull. That's really good. Or deuterium for 300 hull. It's a lot of deuterium, but that would heal our hull significantly. This would bring it back to 455, which is pretty awesome for a lot of deuterium. And we might be able to pick up some more deuterium. Here, this sector we didn't explore a lot of, but we probably could. It wasn't too bad, but we could probably pick up some more deuterium right there. And then this other sector might be a problem. Okay. Yeah, let's go back and trade the deuterium for hull repairs. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. And now our hull is significantly better. Like that, we took a lot of damage there. Yeah, we better answer that. Normally when these mission things come up, I like to turn everything on because you never know what's gonna happen. So cartography, torpedo bay, whatever I could turn on that I have left that lets me do stuff. Do I even actually need a second large cargo bay? No, I don't. I do not. I could switch this off. That'll save me a lot of power. And one of these I could probably switch off. This one. Nope, not that one. This one. Actually, no, I guess I can't switch anything off. Okay, that's probably good. Let's turn this on. Ooh, phaser control room's damaged. Okay, we should probably repair that. And not know, I keep forgetting sometimes these things are damaged. And I don't see it. We're gonna turn on the shield generator and the disruptor array we can't turn on because we don't have power. Well, if we turn this on, we could turn this on. Okay, and then let's answer the hail. So basically 709 is off ship, and for some reason, and she ran off. We don't know what's going on here. So yeah. Bagber's gold. Captain, I've cracked this translation. 7 is experiencing visions, some kind of homing beacon as she described it. Good work, Ensign. Forward it to the crew. We don't have much time. Captain, we're being hailed. This is Chancellor Galman of the Bomar Sovereignty. Identify yourself. Captain Catherine Janeway, the Federation Starship Voyager. What can I do for you, Chancellor? We have detected a dangerous Borg weapon on one of our moons. Does this weapon belong to your vessel? The weapon you're referring to is a former Borg drone, one of my crew. She's experiencing hallucinations. This is not our concern. If your vessel approaches Bomar space, you will be neutralized. Let's try to persuade. We don't want to wish to fight. We're not here to fight. We're here to solve a problem. Neutralizing us is unnecessary. Hey! Diplomacy works. Signal has been terminated, Captain. The Bomar are monitoring us through a sensor array. Despite the risk, a direct course to their moon maximizes our tactical advantage. I agree. Direct course. Straightforward. Good call, Lieutenant. I wonder what's on this moon for 7 to go haywire. If I may, Captain, why don't we take a stealthy approach? Sneak into Bomar space, use the hyperspray, and get 7 out without anyone noticing. We could send an away team. That's the mission. We could fly in with Voyager. So we had a very similar question recently with dealing with the Herogen, and we just went in with Voyager and we got damaged. To be fair, our weapon systems are pretty solid. Away team is also not a bad option. But I think I'll fly in with Voyager. Let's just go in. Let's just go in and save 7. A direct approach is our safest move. Set course for the Class M moon. Okay, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Do I keep everything on? Problem is that like it uses up power. Oh, whoops. Did not turn everything off correctly. Okay, what did I accidentally disable? The biolaboratory? Yeah, accidentally the biolaboratory. I disabled both of these already, so that's fine. These battery compartments don't need to be on. Cargo bay does not need to be on. Turn off the torpedo bay. Turn off the shuttle bay. Turn off the... We're gonna turn these back on in a second. Oh, is our warp core? No, our warp core's good. Carrie here can move because we're no longer using the workshop. What can we do with him? Tom Paris there. Yeah, it's a roguelite. Yeah, it's a roguelite, and yours is an RTS. Yeah, this is a roguelite. Well, we could use him in the science laboratory, but he's not there. We could use him in the bio laboratory. Yeah, Tom Paris has some medical skills. And then in the transporter room, we could put Carrie here because he has command skills. That works out. That's perfect. And then we could turn off the workshop because we're not using it. I actually haven't been using a lot of torpedoes in this game. Like, torpedoes are pretty powerful, I guess. This is what happened. Oh, my life support. Ugh, I need that hydroponics space. I need hydroponics! Here, let's go on emergency rations here. That's gonna lower our morale, but we're running low on food. I think everything else is kind of the same. I almost wish I had a way to sort of prioritize what goes on in terms of power, but I can't. Yeah, this is repairing. I need to keep life support on for the moment, and I don't think anything else is off, so we're good. How's the... Oh, we could collect our duranium now. Collect the duranium, and then we're not going to... Yeah, we're not going to give up our science for fuel. We should get a cargo bay open, though, just in case we want to collect more of that duranium. So we'll probably turn one on. Oh, okay, that's all that's used for. Yeah, and that way we'll have just some availability in case we come across anything. Okay, let's go rescue 7 of 9. Hey, Evan, yeah, good to see you. Yeah, we're on the desktop. Now, we'll return later after we turn everything on. We're still repairing things significantly. The plasma store is doing damage to the ship, but I have 3 engineering teams just repairing the hull. So, that's okay so far. Okay, we're just turning everything back on again. Yeah, it's not. This is not the most exciting thing, I admit. But you know, we at least it gives us, you know, it's sort of like slightly managing things just so that we can be ready for whatever happens to us. I wouldn't necessarily need to have everything on, but probably a large cargo bay for. Actually, I want to probably switch this to that and to turn that off, just to have them like both be over there, and then we'll turn this on and have this be for that, and then this last cargo bay we can shift to titanium. Okay. What do you think of Warhammer 40k? I mean, it's an interesting universe. I don't know much about it. What do you think of Warhammer 40k, Aldoni? Yeah, I mean, gaming is great. I love games, Evan. Yeah, well, to me, that's why to me, I didn't want to stream Disneyland tonight, because I was going to get home pretty late. And so by the time I would have started at Disneyland, it would have been like 9:30. Park closes at 10 o'clock today. So I was like, am I really just going to stream for 30 minutes? Maybe an hour and a half if you added in the, you know, sweeper train and the shopping. I was like, I'll just move it tomorrow. That way tomorrow, Tuesday, I could get much more of the Disneyland time in, as opposed to like today where it'd be like barely anything. So midnight, good to see you guys. You like the world in the future? 40k, you like the world? But the space action world? I mean, 40k is a brutal... no one in the Warhammer 40k universe, nobody is a good guy. Everyone is terrible. The heroes of the universe is humanity, which is under a brutal dictatorship, fundamentalist dictatorship. Like it's bad, but everything else around the universe is worse. So like, you live in a horrible society, but at least you're not like anywhere else in the universe. Like it's just sad. It's depressing. Let's go ahead and save 7 of 9. Okay, the Bomar. Oh, the Bomar. The 3 Bomar warships open fire on the moon surface, presumably targeting 7 of 9. Voyager ready to defend their own, prepares to retaliate. Why are you shooting on our crew member? See, this is an act of aggression. Captain, Bomar vessels are targeting the moon surface. Census confirms 7 of 9 is at the impact site. What about 7? We can't take any more chances. If she takes another hit, she might not survive. Yeah, we could hail the Bomar. Ooh, target their weapons or battle stations. Let's at least try to talk with them first. See if you can get a hold of Ensign. Captain Janeway, I warned you once, now prepare to be neutralized. Communication has been terminated, Captain. And we are left with no choice. There's only a 55% chance to target the weapons. Battle stations. We have a pretty good, I mean, like, their combat is like 1-2-25. That's equal to ours, but we got the Maquis radar. So...
What are your orders, Captain?
Bomar vessels only have 1 weapons array. Which one's the closest? That one right in the middle? Okay. We could do with that. And we'll target their weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Moving to attack the front, Captain.
I made the right decision. Yeah, we gotta talk to them first at least.
Ability ready,
but if they're gonna target my crew members, like, that's not cool.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna slowly go to all the ships and disable their weapons. Good. Okay, we disabled that weapons, and we'll just keep rotating.
Ability ready, Captain.
To destroy their weapons.
Ability ready, Captain.
Hey, there we go. Did they surrender or something? They fled. They ran away. That's fine. I'm not here to kill them. I'm here to save my crew member. Curses on you! You have humiliated the Bomar. The transgression will not stand. We had no choice. It was your doing. Yeah, you did it. You're the one to doing. You brought this on yourselves. You brought this on yourselves. Next time, think twice before picking a fight with us. You will regret this day. We will have revenge. We will hunt you to the ends of this quadrant. We'll be ready. Janeway out. I mean, it's probably the most diplomatic thing to say, but like, it's the truth. Like he's attacking our crew member. We even warned him. Like, at that point, you know, that you have no leg to stand on. Beam 7 directly to sick bay. Administering genetic resequencing vector hyperspray. It's working. I am regaining control. Thank you, Doctor. I can still hear the collective, but they are fading. Let's ask her gently, yeah. She's gone through a traumatic experience. 7. What happened? Can you tell me what you remember? What was it that you wanted on this moon? On the moon, I found a wreckage. The Raven. My parents' ship. Your parents? I had my birthday there. 6 candles and 1 more to grow on, and then... Let's be gentle. Take all the time you need. You're safe now. Then the men came. I tried to hide. I thought maybe they wouldn't find me, but they did. Yeah, it's not your fault. She's just a kid. You're just a child, 7. You couldn't have stopped what happened. My parents, we were all assimilated on that ship. Let's ask about it. What about your parents? Who were they? I think I do not talk about it anymore. I can't. All right, I won't pray any further. I'm sorry you had to go through all that again, 7, but you're safe now. Thank you, Captain, for coming after me. But I need some time alone. Of course, 7. Get some rest. Helm, return to our old course. Hey, we did the... Oh, we got some dilithium. That means we can maybe upgrade the warp core at some point. We definitely could use some more power. We need more of duranium, which we always need more of. So, yep, time to turn everything back off again. No stellar cartography, no workshop, no torpedo bay that we never use. None of these weapons that are just really nice to have, but not important. This is the emergency battery compartment, so we just kind of turn that off. Do we keep the duranium on? I guess these cargo bays are kind of important to keep on, just in case. This sector of space is pretty dangerous, so I don't want to kind of keep staying in here. What's draining our energy? We have -14. Something keeps draining our energy. What do we have that's taking up power? It's probably this life support and repairing this phase control room. No trade offers. We're not going to be in the sector that much longer, so I wonder if we should just turn off the aerospace bay. This will save us some power. Yeah, we're not going to be here long enough for a trade offer, I think. So we'll put Neelix back in here to improve morale. Not that we really need it. Our morale's extremely good. So, I've watched all the Star Trek movies. Except the first one. The first one is actually kind of boring. Now that I think about it, I've not watched the first one. It's a little tedious. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the new ones, yeah, they're all good. Generally speaking, even number Star Trek movies are the best. So 2, Wrath of Khan, 4, The Journey Home, 6, something, The Final Frontier, or something like that. 8, which is not Generations, it's First Contact, which deals with the Borg, so that's exciting. 10 actually was not that good. They're all decent. If you're Star Trek fans, you'll enjoy them, but some are definitely better than others. 10 is Nemesis. I wish they made more Star Trek movies based on that kind of generation, like with Deep Space Nine and Voyager, even more Next Generation, but they didn't. And the new ones are pretty fun, so that's cool. I really need to find power somewhere around here. I need 6 more energy somewhere. Hydroponics is important. I've turned off all of this stuff. Do I need more phasers? I've been having a little extra power here just in case, because we were in dangerous like space. Probably turn off the cargo bay. That takes us to 4. I don't know. This is the reason why we're trying to... Oh, let's turn off the holodeck. Yeah, that'll do it. The holodeck is really nice for like improving morale, but our morale is really good. So this will save a ton of power. The J.J. Abrams Star Trek films are interesting. Yeah, you don't like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films? Yeah, all but the first, yeah. Some people watch them in order, but in Star Trek, there's so many different TV shows, right? It was originally Star Trek, the original series, television show, ran for 3 seasons. That's the one with Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and Kirk's fairly famous. Then it went off the air, and people didn't think it did so well. It got syndicated, and it became popular. People started watching the reruns, and eventually a letter writing campaign developed to bring back Star Trek. And people were just writing tons of letters and sending them in, and they said, fine, we'll do it. So they started the Next Generation. That's the one starring Captain Picard, Commander Worf, Beverly Crusher, Riker. So that's the one where people are saying like Kirk versus Picard, right? That's why it's literally called Star Trek: The Next Generation. and that did very well. Patrick Stewart's amazing. The entire cast was awesome. Brent Spiner did an amazing job as Data. And so it inspired, they like halfway through that series, like, okay, we'll launch another Star Trek series. So Deep Space Nine ran concurrently to Next Generation. And then once Next Generation ended, they launched Voyager. So then Deep Space Nine and Voyager were running concurrently until Deep Space Nine ended. Then Voyager finished out their 7 years of seasons. Then they launched Enterprise. And then that basically ended that kind of generation of Star Trek, that era of Star Trek. And during that time, because Star Trek was popular, they made a lot of movies. The first movie, the second movie, the third, fourth, all the way to the 6th movie are all original series. So they all are Captain Kirk of the original Enterprise and his crew, Spock, McCoy. Thank you, Luke, for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in there. LeVar Burton, Jonathan Frakes, absolutely, Adonia. I forgot, LeVar Burton, right? Anyone likes reading Rainbow would like LeVar Burton. And then after the 6th movie, 7, 8, 9, 10 is basically all Next Generation. Although 7 is kind of a crossover because they set it up in the original series, but it's completed in the Next Generation era, which is really kind of interesting. So that's fun. So 7, 8, 9, 10 is Next Generation. They never made any movies for Deep Space Nine or Voyager or Enterprise. Enterprise only got 5 seasons. I wish Enterprise had... Maybe was it 4 seasons? Maybe it was only 4 seasons. I think it was 5 seasons. I wish Enterprise had 7 seasons because in that final season, they really did it. They knocked it out of the park. That final season of Enterprise was amazing. Every Star Trek series starts out a little rough around the edges, and they're trying to find their footing. So sometimes the first season of each Star Trek show isn't necessarily the best, but they figure it out. They figure out what works and how the characters interact with each other in ways that really resonate. So once you start getting into like the later seasons, it gets really good. Deep Space Nine gets really good towards the other end half. Next Generation, of course, gets better as it goes on. Voyager gets better as it goes on. So Enterprise basically hit that note in its final season, and everyone's like, "This is amazing! This is like awesome Star Trek," and it ended. They could have gone for another 2-3 years. And it would have been fantastic. Enterprise got cut short, unfortunately. And then we had a big break. Enterprise ended in the 2000s, and there was no Star Trek for a very long time. No active show, and it was really sad because, like, is this the end of Star Trek? Is Star Trek dead? No, it just needed a break because then they brought Star Trek back. They brought in Star Trek Discovery, right? With all this new streaming stuff, that they started doing that. So streaming shows are now popular. Star Trek Discovery, Lower Decks, Star Trek Picard, Strange New Worlds. All of these are streaming Star Trek shows that focus on different parts of the universe and different eras. Discovery is pre-Kirk, but post-Enterprise. Picard is far in the future, like not only post-Next Generation, like far beyond Next Generation. Lower Decks takes place a little bit after Voyager ended, so earlier before Picard, and Strange New Worlds was about the same time as Discovery. But pre-Kirk era still. Actually, like extremely like pre-Kirk era. So it's really interesting that they're doing different Star Trek shows, but they're taking place in different timelines. Oh, and Prodigy! Can't forget Prodigy. Prodigy's amazing. Prodigy is, in my opinion, a natural successor to Star Trek Voyager. It deals a lot with the Voyager storyline. So if you like Star Trek Voyager, which is what this game is, this game is based entirely on Star Trek Voyager. Star Trek Prodigy is the natural show to watch afterwards. It does deal with a lot of the characters you remember: Janeway, Chakotay, the Doctor. It's phenomenal. It's really good, and it's pitched as a kids show, which is why it was Nickelodeon, Netflix. But it deals with a lot of deep storylines that I think would resonate with adults too. I really do think so. Also, it's not like super dark, which sometimes a lot of these shows have gotten pretty dark. Like Picard got kind of dark, Discovery got kind of dark. Lower Decks was just a comedy. Lower Decks is the Rick and Morty of Star Trek, and it did it really well. Like it's not as like crazy as Rick and Morty. But it definitely is funny while still maintaining the heart of Star Trek. So if you liked Rick and Morty and Star Trek, you'll like Lower Decks. If you like Star Trek in general, you'll like Lower Decks. But Prodigy is, if you like Voyager, you like Prodigy. If you like Next Generation, you'll like Star Trek Picard. If you want something new, Star Trek Discovery. If you like the original series, Strange New Worlds. So, and then now they have Star Trek Academy, which I haven't had a chance to really watch yet. I'm still catching up on like several of these shows. Like I've not caught up on the latest of Strange New Worlds. There's just so much to do. Sorry, we're getting distracted here. We're trying to play a game here. I've actually watched a bit of Orville, but I did watch this segment, and it freaked me out. Basically, they're teaching this alien, maybe an android, about humanity, and they're teaching it about practical jokes. On the bridge, he says, that's a practical joke. Practical jokes will be funny. And he says, oh, okay, I'll try one. So the next day, the crewman wakes up, and he's missing a leg because the android cut it off. And he says, oh, it's a practical joke. It's funny. I'm like, wow, that's horrific. That's horrible. I didn't think that was funny. I didn't even think that was like something I would include in a show. Like, you just wake up and you're just missing a leg. Like, I know that's played up for laughs, but that's bad. I was like, yeah, Orville's not for me. I don't need it. I don't need Orville. I have plenty of Star Trek to watch. I have Star Trek games to play. I don't need Orville. This is 4 cycles away. Okay, we do probably want to Deuterium at some point, but not in this nebula. Let's go. We don't need the food because we have a hydroponics base. So let's go for these two, and then we'll move to a different system in this sector. But we need to. Oh, good. That's got repaired. And we could also turn that off. We don't need the power there. And we could turn off this life support power. Okay, cool. We have one engineering crew that we could use to build something. But I don't want to use up our duranium. So let's not do anything with it. And we can't assign them to the hull. We can only assign 3 teams to the hull. And we need to assign as many as possible. So we're just going to keep the engineering team as ready to go. Oh, good. Environmental control systems. That was important. That's actually going to be very useful for power, because I think, yeah, that reduces the life support power cost. This will get us more deuterium, which is pretty useful, but it uses up some of our titanium. Warp core repair rate actually is kind of important because we're going to be going into one of those nebula that is going to damage the warp core. So, although admittedly, we're not going to be there very much. Here, let's just better safe than sorry. I don't know what damage warp core problems cause, but I don't know. Okay, clashy, toxic atmosphere, crystallized resource. Let's turn on our disruptor control. The great thing about turning it on briefly is that it doesn't use up a lot of power. It has a little bit of red here. We have a lot of space for duranium. This will cause the surface to shatter, and then this is... Oh, this is not so bad. It will only... This will give us some more science, but it will give us a little duranium. How much duranium did we need again? We need 180. Oh man, we need 100. We need like 91. Oh. We actually need this one, and then we need to not get orange because it will go 0. Let's go for it. Darn it. We should... I hate that option. I should just always go for the safe option. That's just really annoying. Let's go for the science here, and then we'll get out of this place because it's eating our hull. As Voyager nears a shipwreck to the resources scan detects faint life signs, unknown life form is in critical condition and may not survive much longer. Send a team to recover the life form, or beam the life form directly to sickbay. No, if it's not gonna survive much longer, we're gonna beam directly to sickbay. The life form is non-humanoid, insect-like creature that resists all standard scans. When a crewman gets too close, it lets out a sharp screech and leaps onto them, clinging tightly. All attempts to carefully separate the two fail and seem to hurt both of them. Well, that's not good. Oh, okay. Place the crewman life form under a strong force to evaluate the next step. Use the force to use the force to separate the life form from the crewman. No, it's use force, not use the force. We're not going into some crossover territory. Yeah, that looks like someone's gonna die. Pretty likely. So let's evaluate next steps there. After further scans, the doctor determines that removing the life form would cause irreparable damage to the crewman's organs. He needs to consult an extensive exobiology database to find a solution. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have the holodeck activated. Ooh, interesting. Searching the medical database, or we could have an expedite the search for with the science laboratory. Come on, green, go. Oh. The doctor's tirelessly searches the data and finds that neurostatic shocks to the neurocortex would make the life form let go, but would not survive. The treatment is successful. The life form lets go and dies. The crewman suffers severe injuries, but is free again. Okay, well, this is why we have a sick bay to treat people. Sorry, Jillian Kavar. We tried to save someone. It didn't quite work out, but we do have a sick bay for this reason. Did we get any science? I don't know if we got any science from that. We did get science. Okay. This nebula was really rough. This one's farther away, and it'll give us more fuel. 12 cycles? Jeez, that's really far away. Here's where the deuterium is, and we actually don't need more dilithium crystals. The deuterium is not going to last forever, though. 28 cycles, though. Here, why don't we go here? Dilithium, deuterium, duranium. Oh, duranium, deuterium, duranium. We'll just hit these 5, and then we'll get out. This is gonna get bad. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Ion Storm. I forgot what Ion Storms do. Something about warp cores, I think. Let's see. Phaser control room for level 2. We don't have a phaser control room level 2. This looks like subterranean caves have dilithium crystals, but there seems to be volcanic activity. This is red, so that's not good. We could Use a sensor array to scan for better ways of harvesting the crystals. Okay. We have not been doing very well with these things. People keep getting injured. Oh, man. I think we have to activate the second sick bay. Yeah, when there's 10 people injured, we have to get a second sick bay. Let's assign the doctor. It really should be the doctor here, and then she should be over here, because she's not as good of a doctor as the doctor. I mean, his name is literally the doctor. Well, we did get some dilithium. That's good. I forget. I think the ship is taking warp core damage. Yeah. See how the warp core damage? Oh, we needed to assign Carrie here. Carrie is really good at fixing the warp core. Actually, Balana's good at fixing the warp core. Okay, so we'll send her to fix the warp core. Yeah, the longer we're in here, the more the warp core is going to get damaged. So that's a real problem. Let's go get some more deuterium. Well, it's not the worst problem. Also, something about it's draining our batteries, I think. Maybe that was a problem. Yeah, see? It drained our batteries to 0. Torpedo launch bay and shuttles. Yeah, I remember that. So the warp core gets damaged the longer we're in here, and no, these are all reds. Let's go ahead and just get what we need. Yeah, the battery is getting drained, so there's no point in having batteries active at this point, because the batteries are just getting drained. We could probably just turn on stuff that, as long as we're underneath the power cap. What would be good to have moving in onto these things? We already have shield generator phaser control room. Guess we could turn on the shield generator here. And this phaser control room? It's draining our batteries. I guess the holodeck? I don't have enough power for the holodeck. Yeah, we'll turn on the holodeck. Let people enjoy their holodeck time. How much more can we take? I don't know what the damage thresholds. I don't know what damage does. I really don't. Let's actually add these to deuterium on the way, so that we could just fill up our deuterium, because they're close. Yeah, Warfield Diagnostics is going to help us fix that faster, so that's good. Like, we're getting a lot of research done in this time. Large cargo bay would let us store more resources, and we don't need to upgrade the workshop efficiency. No, we need the resources here. Yeah, large cargo bay. Torpedo launch. Let's activate torpedo launch tubes. Oh, we can't. Turn off holodeck. Turn that on. What are our options? One good one. Any left resources. Everything else is kind of dangerous. Not orange. Oh, yes. Bright green is a really good outcome. Okay, so we got a lot of deuterium now. So next time we get deuterium, we might have to activate the next storage container. That's fine. We have a lot of energy. Turn that back on, and then we'll go over here to the debris field. Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. Give me a friendly tip. This is a new game, so there aren't a lot of guides out there. one of the things that I was like looking at is like, how do cargo bays exactly work? Like if I have a lot of a resource and then I turn off a cargo bay so that I have less space in the resource so I lose it, I think the answer is yes, but I wasn't sure. The Borg has some very cool toys. Ryan, the Borg technology is dangerous, Ryan. Is absolutely dangerous. You start playing around with Borg technology, you end up simulated, you start hearing voices in your head. Do you want voices in your head? Nobody wants voices in their head. You do. Yes, you do. You lose resources? Yeah, I thought so too. It is a little bit of a complicated game. It's not so bad. I mean, the fact is we're already kind of in the middle of it, so it looks a little bit more complicated. At the beginning, there's less options. A lot more of Voyager is damaged, so you're only playing with maybe 2 decks instead of me here. See, I'm already playing with like pretty much every deck here, but like when it starts out, you're only playing with 2 decks. You have fewer characters, a lot fewer characters, and resources are definitely a problem. The resources are definitely a big issue, but everything else is kind of still pretty simple. Resources aren't as big an issue later on, although I do admit that when my hull was not doing so well, it was kind of a problem. Actually, my hull's fine now, so I could go and turn off all my engineering teams. Yeah, that'll save me some power. I forgot to turn on the shuttle, just to give me all my options. You kind of start seeing the same scenarios after a while, so you kind of know what to do. Oh, ooh. Tritanium. Scan for life signs could also allow for us to find more crew, which is really useful. I have enough space for the tritanium, and I need to activate my deuterium cargo bay. So I don't have enough energy. We don't need the holodeck. We don't need the holodeck. We actually probably don't need like the extra shield generator going or the disruptor control. So we could just turn that off. Yeah, we don't need this. We don't need this. We're all safe. Borg technology. Ryan's like that. Ryan's like, you're chicken. I devised upgrading resource collection, including the bigger cargo bays. Yeah, the bigger cargo bays are really nice because just to hold everything. Very, very nice repair perk. I'd have to look at that. I mean, there's some pretty nice technology here. Passive repairs hull by per cycle, the Aru facility. That is kind of nice because then it's better than my engineering teams. Ion repairs all system health by 1% during combat. How often does that trigger 1% during combat? Is it like every 20 seconds? Maybe one per second? That's not bad. The RO facility. I don't think I could research that yet. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, I can research a lot of stuff. Fires a powerful beam that deals very high damage to hull, but deals low damage against shields. This is it. Automated repair unit facility. Yeah, but the lowest moral by 2% beats me, but some said they're a reward perks for winning the combat. There are some nice reward perks. I think we're okay with it. Well, the problem is we don't have the resources to build this stuff. Like, I am low on duranium. I am super low on duranium. Let's see if we could get life signs. See, maybe we can... Oh, see, we got 2 crew joining Voyager, so that helps make up for the fact that some people died. They do need medical attention, but we do have sick bays, so that's useful. And then let's go to the Class Y planet. Actually, we could turn off this cargo bay. We didn't get as much as we wanted. Food rations! Okay, fine, I'll give food rations. I mean, we do have, like, max. Neelix is, like, saying, hey, you know, people are eating survival rations and they're really upset. It's like, yeah, you're right. You're right, Neelix! You're right. I forgot to turn it back on. That's my fault. It's my fault. We'll feed them. We'll feed them normal rations. Neelix's watching out for me. Neelix's watching out for me. Disruptor array and workshop. The planets you usually don't have to make a decision right away, so I can switch things back on and off, which is really nice. Safer method is usually what I like to go for, especially since I'm really low on that resource. Except, you know, when it doesn't, you know, do anything. I've been having really bad luck with that, honestly. This is the reason why Voyager was almost destroyed. Because I can't do anything. I can't do anything here. Oh, the holodeck is on. Shuttle bay is on too. I can't charge the batteries in this ion nebula. Yeah, just keep that on, just in case we run into an enemy. There's a Borg around here. Sure, apps. No, Ryan. Actually, for a future situation, no spoilers on that. But you know, just good information in general has been useful. Engineering, torpedo, shuttles. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Torpedoes. Engineering, shuttle. Okay, abandoned ships, sealed storage compartments. I need actually more cargo bay space. I don't think I have power for this. Oh, I do have power. Let's see what we could do here. Hull got damaged. That's not what I want. It exploded on there in my ship. Not what I want. It's not what I want. Don't want that. Actually, I probably should keep the engineering thing on now that I think about it, because I need to repair the ship. Although I probably only need one team and not two teams. Actually, I barely have duranium, so here, this one uses less power. Although, yeah. Can't turn on the holodeck. Can't turn on the holodeck. Actually, no, I don't need the phasers. There you go, turning on the holodeck. Perfect. A vague tip? Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. This game is, I'm not playing on the hardest mode, so this game isn't like the hardest thing. I have died once by failing a mission with a Kazon. But otherwise, it's been fairly straightforward. I haven't been feeling like it's too hard or not. Disruptor rate control room level 2 we don't have. We could get scientist research. This is a Borg cube, but I really do need more of that research. So let's external debris only. Let's at least get something. Oh, finally, we got 78. That's what we needed. How badly is our warp core right now? Oh, not too bad. 233. Oh, we could go get some more resources in this area. Do we keep collecting stuff? I mean, we could really fill up on deuterium. We really don't need to fill up on food. But the deuterium might be nice. And then we just, then we go to the next sector. How much duranium is in this sector? Oh, it's just fuel. Okay, no upgrading the warp core. This is a lot of cycles. I probably should have kept the Aero Bay shuttle on. How's sick bay? Oh, I don't need the sick bay anymore. I don't need the second sick bay. I'll just turn off the whole thing. Turn the whole row off. Put Pell here. We'll put the doctor back in the waste disassembler so that he can actually make more of that. We'll turn on the Aero shuttle. And we'll assign Neelix. And maybe we'll get a trade. I didn't think we'd be able to survive longer here, but I guess we were, so I messed up there. Be assimilated. Ryan, you're funny. Unfortunately, Kes became an energy being. I got the bug where Tuvok was stuck in the holodeck and he didn't get out. I reported the bug to the developers, or at least I posted a comment in the Steam, and other people reported it. So I think that if he was able to kind of work with Kes, he would have been able to kind of save her from becoming just energy. But because he was just bugged out and preoccupied, he was not able to do anything, and so Kes, you know, ascended to the next plane of existence or whatever. So I actually don't have Kes. I have a very weird mixture of crew. But I have most of the originals on here, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's we don't need food. Let's just go and keep getting some more deuterium. Oh, there's the restlessness. So basically it's saying like, oh, everyone's getting really upset, we're not moving on, we gotta move on to the next sector. So that's how they advance the storyline. Ooh, the large cargo bay was researched. We actually have a lot of tritanium now, so maybe we should research the Bussard collectors. We could also go to tier. Ooh, I don't want to give up the dilithium. Combat. Yeah, let's go with the Bussard collectors. I like that passive, the passive adding of energy. Hey, see, look at that. I see my morale's amazing. Shuttles, torpedo launch bay. Shuttles, torpedo launch bay. Torpedo launch bay. Shuttles. Did I have the holodeck on? I even have the holodeck on. Wow. I saved a lot of energy there. Yeah, we'll destroy the vessel and salvage the debris. Okay, that's gonna give us some more deuterium. That's good. Like, although, how much am I using? 80, so I basically got 2 turns more. That's fine. That's the goal is just to figure things out and use less energy and all that jazz. How long more sick bay? 3 more turns. Any trade offers? Nope, no trade offers. Yeah, no spoilers, Ryan. But I have a feeling that well, in the show, Star Trek Voyager, the show which I watched, Kes does come back. Actually, she ascends to energy, and then she gets really upset. This episode where she's upset that and she comes back to Voyager, and she needs to access the warp core in order to travel back in time, right? So that she can change the past. So she does return to Voyager in the present, but in the process ends up killing 7 of 9 and B'Elanna Torres. Or maybe just B'Elanna Torres. I think it was both. So it's very possible that we will see Kes again, because she does appear again in the show. So I know that since this game follows the show, that she potentially could also come again. Whether or not that might result in the death of some of my crew members may not be great, but it does happen. What the frack? Borrowed time, Denarpa. Captain, I know this is a delicate matter, but with the recent loss of one of our crew members, there's an opportunity for me to slow the progression of the phage. All I would need is your permission to recover a few of their organs before the funeral rites. Who died? Who died? Recently? It was like it was cycles ago. Allow her to take the organs. Denarpa is 1,000 XP. Morale is minus 200. We have the morale to spare. That just makes sense. Thank you, Captain. I don't take this for granted. I realize not everyone in the crew will agree with your decision, but I'll make every effort to honor the sacrifice that was made. Please know this gift won't be wasted, and I'll continue to do my utmost as a doctor to repay this crew for your generosity. Absolutely. Honestly, saving a crew member's life makes a lot of sense. Ooh, trade offer. See, there we go. Trade offer. And we also need a torpedo bay engineering office open. Okay. I need more power probably. Torpedo bay. Well, let's see how this turns out first. Yeah, and then we'll see what we got here. We're gonna probably be okay. Got 189s. That was sad. Turn on the holodeck. Turn off the torpedo bay. Turn off this one. It's not the worst offer because we do have a lot of deuterium. And we're probably going to get more deuterium later. And yeah, okay, fine. We'll accept the trade. It's not the worst offer. But I would have preferred a little more. Should we go for the food planet? We really don't need food. Ever since I built the hydroponics bay, can I even upgrade this? I don't have the technology for it. I can upgrade this cargo bay, but I really need to preserve their duranium, so I'm not going to. Yeah, ever since I got the hydroponics bay. Oh, here we go. Herogen Scout.
What are your orders, Captain?
We really need to get materials. So let's target something. They have 2 weapons. Let's target their engines. Take some of their materials.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Yeah, we'll force a surrender.
Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah. You think you can take me on?
Ability ready, Captain.
Well, at least it took out one of their weapons.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Did they surrender? They fled. We got some duranium and deuterium. Okay, we got the Bussard collectors. I think we need to consider... I don't want to restart researching that. Do I need Borg stuff? Oh wait, hold on. There was that comet thing that we got from the Herogen, the hunting laser. Oh, but that needs tier 4. And I'm trying to save on dilithium crystals. Workshop efficiency, small battery compartment level 2. Industrial replicator. I mean, that's kind of nice, especially since it doesn't require resources. And then it'll make my repair times minus 20%. Crew. Because I can research tier 2. So I could go for tier 2 Borg stuff. Cutting beam control room. Power beam deals very high damage to hull, but low damage against shields. No, I don't really do that. Shield matrix. I think I want to save my dilithium crystals. Let's go for the advanced industrial replicator. Yeah, I mean, someday someone's gonna build a Delta Flyer. I feel like there's so many possibilities in this game, Ryan. Carry the biggest gun. There's so many possibilities in this game to enhance it. Not only I'm not just talking about stories, right? More missions, more scenarios, more random stuff to pop up, or more characters that could potentially join the crew or oppose the crew. But also, like, you could release probably an expansion. If this company, if it does well, they could release a new expansion where Voyager is a different class of starship, right? Imagine if Voyager was a Defiant class or a Galaxy class or Prometheus class, right? It would still be Voyager, right? That way you wouldn't have to like rename everything and be like, hey, like the story would not make sense. It'd still be the same characters and crew, but the ship layout would look different. And that could increase or decrease the difficulty depending, right? A Defiant class ship doesn't have a lot of space. It is a very small vessel compared to Voyager, but it might have greater firepower, for example. While a Galaxy class would have a lot of space, such. So it'd be really interesting to see like that as a potential expansion to make just make it a little different. Even though it wouldn't quite be the Voyager we know, but I think that's the idea of these games. It's a roguelite, So they have DLC. I did buy the DLC. I don't know if I've experienced anything in the DLC so far. Maybe I didn't look at what I bought. It is kind of like Fallout. Yeah, it's a survivalish game. What did I? Oh, I don't need to open it. Just fly into the atmosphere, collect everything. This is what I always choose. Yes. Yeah, look at that deuterium when gained. Oh man, we have 46 turns worth of this stuff. I used to be I used to be throttling this down into gray mode because I was just having so little deuterium, and now I'm just swimming in deuterium. And that's not my problem. Everything else is my problem. Deuterium is not my problem anymore. 16 more turns. Okay, we can do 16 more turns. We're okay here, honestly. We don't even need sickbay anymore because we don't have any patients. So we could probably assign her back to the bio laboratory. Do I only have 2 bio laboratories? I haven't been making Borg, actually. Well, I haven't been able to build as another bio laboratory. I've been meaning to. I've been just so busy. I was actually thinking of building another holodeck right here, but I haven't had the materials to build stuff, unfortunately. So I've really just been kind of slacking on that. I actually don't need another engineering office because I don't think our hull's pretty good. So we'll just save energy there. And since we're leaving this sector, we could probably turn on the battery compartment. This is offline. Holodeck is online. I still need to eventually build some more houses. Yeah, we're probably good. Let's go to the system. We're going backwards and collect some more of this energy. And then we'll leave the sector. Maybe this debris field is going to have more than what we need. I think this one injures crew, which is kind of bad, but we won't have to be here very long. Yeah, let's go to this debris field first. Nutrionic storm. Let's see. Shuttles. Salvage anything that seems safe. Debris aboard. Close range scan for life signs. Ooh, that will get us more crew. And we did lose some crew. Also, it's plus 1,000, so that's pretty good too. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think this one just... saw someone use the cutting laser? The cutting laser is pretty cool. Okay, let's turn off the shuttle. How much more turns do we have for this? 16, 11. Oh, we're gonna end up not... Oh, this is outs... Okay. See, sometimes these planets give you more resources in other areas, and that's really useful, right? Even though you're originally just going for one or the others. Standard mining probes or deflector field over a mining area. we really don't. Well, you know, this would risk some crew, I feel. But we could use some more tritanium. There you go. Main deflector created a thermal envelope. So we safely mined everything. We're good. This gave us a lot of deuterium, which we needed. So that was useful. Okay. I think we collect this, and then we... Okay, so now morale is like, everyone's like really getting upset now. So we really need to start considering going out there. Emergency rations. The hydroponics bay hasn't refilled it yet. Okay. Oh, new trade offer received. Let's see, we'll go for a shuttle. Oh, now you offer during the resource I need? Bleh. Not that, I don't know if I would have traded science. Science is kind of hard to come by sometimes. I do not have quantum torpedoes yet. I don't know if you get them. Quantum torpedoes would be pretty cool though. Oh, I didn't even need to access this. We're just flying in the atmosphere. I'm always just flying in the atmosphere. Although this is kind of safer, but I need the Bussard collectors. Yeah, fly into the atmosphere. Woo! See, look at that. Look how much deuterium we have there. Look at that. That's perfect. You need to access this. I like charging up the batteries because the batteries would improve things in the future. I don't know how many cycles I need. 7 cycles, and this is 6 away. I did get some injuries, so sickbay needs to go online. And then we'll probably want the Narapel. See, this is one of the problems is that you get injured in here, and you're gonna get a lot of injuries. I don't know if I need the food. It's only food. It's the only food left in any of these places. A hunting ship is 12 cycles away. I'll go for the food. Yep, see, more people got injured. I got advanced replicators. I'm researching a lot. Like, this is great. Hey, Jimmy, good to see you. Welcome in there. Which main cast died? I've lost original Belanators, but I still have Klingon Belanators. Kess became energy. Tuvok is stuck in the holodeck and he just bugged out. So I hope they patch that, they fix that in the next patch, but I don't know if I'll get them. Everyone else I've gotten is fine. So I'm just really short on security. Chakotay is like my main security guy now. Or I guess technically Klingon Balana. So that's pretty cool. Do I save this for the next area, or do I maybe unlock a tier? Maybe I save the... I always like kind of researching, because that does help. We don't really need any of this stuff. Crafting time, hyper spanners. Yeah, I've only needed 1 shuttle. I mean, having 2 shuttles has proven kind of useful. Increase the time to trade off or stay available by 50%. I don't really need that. See, I need to save the dilithium crystals. Second biolaboratory might be pretty useful, actually, because that'll let me build more bioneural gel packs. Upgrading it at the moment is really tough, but getting more bioneural gel packs is not the worst thing. Or I could start working on some of the Borg areas, which I don't mind. The automated repair unit facility seems really good. Like, that is a very solid, passively repair the hull. Like, you don't, then you could use it. You don't need as much engineering team. How much, although it does use a 3x3 area, I like the idea that it repairs during battle too. We don't need a Borg maturation chamber. We don't need that. Shield matrix? That's interesting. She reduces all damage taken by 8%, limited to 4. The thing is, if this resource is super rare for me, which it has been, and then the Borg technology to repair doesn't seem like it uses that resource up. Okay. Forget morale. This will also only use 5 dilithium, so leave me with 50. So that's fine. That's fine. Oh. Science Laboratory 3? This is a Borg-affected wildlife. Wow. Captain scans you on an uninhabited planet, but some biosignatures are highly unusual. Some local wildlife appears partially cybernetic, possibly altered after contact with the Borg. The planet seems fruitful, but these creatures can prove dangerous. Wow. I actually can't do anything else. I just can collect food. I can't, I don't even have a Science Laboratory 3. We collected modified resources, but the team reported Voyager being watched the entire time. Creatures never approached us, but their presence has been unsettling to the gathering crew. Well, we got food. So Neelix will be happy. No, I accidentally clicked. I didn't mean to unclick the Maquis Raider. Hey Valentine, good to see you guys. Hey Dan, welcome in. I can't hire him again. And if I do, I have to spend dilithium crystals, which I can't... See, sometimes I wish that there was, like, something I could do to, like, are you sure? For that. I'm really upset. I'm not really that upset, but like I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I think I need another large cargo bay. I think I need two. I need a large one. I need more duranium. Oh my gosh, I need a lot of duranium. Oh, I see, I have plenty of Bionero gel packs. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're gonna wait one sector and then we're going to the next sector. Should I hire the Talaxian? No. I really want to upgrade my warp core. Trade complete. Collect. Yep, we got those things. Let's go next sector. Normally when I go to next sector, I activate everything, because you never know what's going to be needed. Stellar cartography, torpedo launch bays, shield generators. Yeah, we'll turn on the life support. We'll turn on everything. Battery compartment, extra sick bays. Actually, we don't need an extra sick bay. Disruptors, engineering offices. You need at least one. Yeah, you turn on everything. You turn on everything, just so you know. And then the storyline is going to continue. Can I eat the disruptor? I don't know what you're talking about. What is deuterium? What is deuterium? I think I like to know. I thought it'd be good to know. Let's go! Next sector. Get out of this place. Ugh. Okay, here we go. We're slowly making our way to the Alpha Quadrant. Slowly.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. Utilizing the Hirogen Relay Network enabled the successful reception of Starfleet communications and correspondence from friends and family. My own correspondence confirms my family is well. And my first son,
Isotope, cool.
has successfully passed Pon Farr and fathered a healthy female, to many, named after my mother. I note.
Oh, I didn't know that.
However, the core Starfleet transmissions remain locked by a level 10 encryption matrix. Voyager systems are insufficient. Decryption is projected to require multiple years. The only viable option for timely data acquisition is to seek external specialized decryption assistance. I have been assigned to personally oversee this sensitive operation at a local trading hub to identify a capable individual without compromising Starfleet data, the vessel, or the crew. The risk of betrayal or data theft is assessed as high.
I'm really curious what stories they're going to include in the future of this thing, because there's a lot. There's the Year of Hell. There's the Equinox. There's a lot. Here's Tom Paris's log.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Well, messing with the Hirogen.
Eat
really
Neelix? Wow, Dan.
Through their relay network.
Wow,
we
eating
actually made
Neelix.
contact with Starfleet and our families and friends. Well, at least they were able to send us messages anyway. Though I didn't expect any. I mean, who'd write me? Maybe the penal colony, letting me know that I'd violated my probation? The more everyone else got excited about these letters from home, the more I just wanted no part of it. Maybe because what I have here on Voyager is so much better than anything I ever had back there. But of course, I did get a message from my father, Admiral Owen Paris. All that was missing was the official trumpet fanfare before some nervous technician read out His Excellency's condemnation. Here's the twist, though. It's the only encrypted message in the entire batch.
Other than the important
Someone
one.
actually suggested I just pretend the message says, "I love you, I'm proud of you." Not a chance. Not from the man who lectured me as a kid that crying was a weakness. Not a chance. Not from the man who lectured me as a kid that crying was a weakness.
Oh, that's a bug.
My
That
clearest
repeated.
childhood memories are of me locked in my room crying. It was my sanctuary, though. Quiet. No one bothered. And now this encryption is offering me the same measure of peace. The only problem is that we're now actively looking for outside help to bypass it, a code breaker. We'll be trying our luck at the local trading hub. My cue. Gotta go.
I mean, Owen Paris sending the the encrypted transmission makes sense, but I don't think it was a message to Tom. I mean, I could be wrong. My memory of some of these Voyager episodes is a little spotty at best. I admit. It's been years, maybe decades since I've watched some of these episodes. Some of the ones that I've enjoyed, I have watched more recently, but some of the more obscure ones are ones that like really freaked me out as a kid. That clown one, oh man, that clown one scared me as a kid. I did not like that episode. Now I'm a little bit better, but back then, oh boy, it gave me nightmares, I think. Oh man. We're going to see through his diary. I mean, I don't know. I hope he's okay that we're going through his diary. Star Trek Academy yet? Not yet, Mage. Is it good? Do you like Star Trek Academy? You see it, but you see Star Trek and clicked. I was debating this between streaming this new game that I'm playing because I don't know how it's new, or GeoGuessr Mage. It was one of those two games, or Slay the Spire, because I used to stream Slay the Spire first. In fact, some of my earliest streams on this channel were Slay the Spire. The Doctor from the Voyager is the same Doctor. Yeah, that's true. Homesickness settles deeper, so now the morale's gonna get even worse each cycle. Endless distance weighs on the crew, but we'll persevere. Okay. Oh man, This looks bad. What kind of space are we in? See, this is one of those things where like is there a way to see what kind of like area I'm in currently? Because I feel like I'm in this area. Average enemy power is not bad. Okay. Crew, morale, warp core. See, it doesn't tell me what location I'm in. It just I just have to assume based on the. Okay, we got 2, we got 3. Wow, they got 6 systems here. Okay, well, let's scan everything. Scanning will tell me at least like where everything is, so that's good there. So, that's fun there. Do you play any Disneyland games? No, I don't play any Disneyland games. I know that Dreamlight Valley is a pretty fun game that a lot of Disneyland streamers play, including Gain. I think Gain, out of everyone, Gain streams a lot of Disneyland stuff like I do. Streams a lot of game stuff like I do, and she does play Dreamlight Valley. So that she might be the person to kind of talk with about that. I have played a few other games, or rather, I watched my brother play Kingdom Hearts, and that was pretty cool. But I'm not very good at those kinds of games. Oh man, I got the new scanner, so now I can just scan everything. I mean, that's fine. Just scan everything now. Get it all kind of settled. I mean, I guess I don't have to scan everything now there. Minecraft is pretty cool. It's not a Disneyland game, although people have made Disneyland in Minecraft, and I have streamed that before. I won't scan everything. Like, none of these sectors are that important. Looks like there's still a lot of Borg stuff, though. Like, we keep coming across some Borg cubes. So, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to rehire Chakotay, but first, the Maquis ship, which is really just annoying that I have to do that again. I need more materials. I need to go here. I have plenty of deuterium, and I need to eventually get up to there. Actually, none of these have dilithium crystals. Okay, maybe it just makes sense to hire him now, and then we'll get the dilithium later. Ugh, I'm just so annoyed. I'm just so annoyed that happened. Okay, no torpedo bay, no workshop, no stellar cartography. I'm sure they'll come. I'm sure. No, that's never gonna hurt us. Stellar cartography. We're not gonna need. We do need sick bay still. Yeah, we'll just turn off this entire section. Everything else I think can remain on. We don't need a second engineering office. We actually don't need 2 engineering offices. This will probably be fine for now. This will give us some energy for the battery, and then we'll just charge it up. So, yeah. Yeah. You're not Starfleet player, you're better off this way. I think that for one of these playthroughs, I want to play as that sort of, it's not mirror universe Janeway, but it's kind of the similar concept where in the future this museum about Voyager depicts Voyager crew as sort of very pragmatic, almost Machiavellian, or well, I wouldn't say almost, definitely Machiavellian, where Janeway would do absolute anything to get home, right? And I'd be tempted to do a playthrough of this game where I'm just being like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. That person's life doesn't matter. I'm gonna get home, kind of thing here. Unfortunately, you can't really do that for the beginning because you probably would just use a caretaker raid to go home and leave the Ocampa to die, and then that's the end of the game. So you have to kind of make a normal choice there. But everything else, right? You could be a little bit more Machiavellian. That might be fun. Or it might be disturbing. It's real. I'm not entirely sure here. Oh, hold on. We got a thing right here. Oh, that's really useful. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Let's do this. I have no idea what kind of field this is. I hope this field isn't going to destroy anything. Did we take any injuries? So far, so good. It's definitely a field. See, it doesn't tell me what I'm in. Engineering office, torpedo launch bay shuttles, which I have none of them on at the moment. I do need a lot more than 96, but I don't want to risk anything. I've been very safe with this. Yeah. Getting those resources. Okay, 96 is pretty good. I think I needed to upgrade my engineering. I needed 180. You studied Machiavelli a lot. Do you like Machiavelli, Aldone? You know what Machiavelli did? His was a very, I mean, he wasn't always like ends justify the means. That's too simplistic of a way to describe Machiavelli, but he was pretty pragmatic. So, that's happened. Yeah, this is such a big system that we're going to, yeah, that's 3 cycles away. This is 6 cycles away. We're going to ignore some of these deuterium. Although we might have to come back and grab some before we move on. But I have 112 cycles of energy, so I'm not too concerned. The Maquis ship was using a lot of energy, and the fact that I don't have it because I accidentally dismissed it, which is annoying, does give me a lot of time. I think this might be the one. I think this might be the one that's damaging the warp core. Nope, it's not damaging the warp core. It's not draining the battery. Maybe we're just in an okay area. I feel like this needs to give me some more information about this area of space. Trade offers? No trade offers yet. Okay, let's look at that research. I don't want to spend any more dilithium crystals. I could research like a shield matrix. I don't really want to. I want to get the automated repair unit facility. Neuroelectric field generator treats and heals all sick and injured crew and export at a lower speed, but has a high capacity of 20. What space does that take up? Wow, it's only a 2x2 room. It's the same as sick bay, 2x2, just in a different formation, but slower. No, it's okay. It's okay. Shuttles, workshop. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need Borg healing. We don't need Borg healing. Yeah, he's got this good idea for this film. We call it The Prince, based on, the Prince by Machiavelli. Prince is the main character, and he's a villain. His name is Niccolo, and he wins at the end. No, that's a terrible Disney movie, Abdone. You don't have the villain winning. Oh my goodness. O-class planet, so it's a water world. And the resources are just beneath the water surface and the ground. Okay. Well, they give all the same, but this one's really bad. This one's kind of bad. This one gives you better chances of... We probably lose the shuttle in this one. We could also create a bubble of air with deflected ship for easier extraction. Yeah, let's go with this one. I don't like red. 4th crew got injured. It's not the best because we didn't get as much as we really needed to upgrade the warp core. But 180 isn't the worst. I'd be tempted to just fly here. And just get the warp core upgrade started. Right? Go here, get this deuterium, fly up here, and then I can also go to the trading station, which could help us. Also, the trading station is which allows us to advance the storyline. which is what's kind of necessary. Discord updated their verification requirements. Interesting. I didn't know that. Welcome in, Billy. How you doing there? Now you see the point of film is lesson. You cannot be like the prince, but unlike Jafar Farlow, he's pragmatic. Hunchback? Yeah, but Hunchback, even though that's Disney's dark film, is not that dark, like compared to like media in general. So, to me, it's not the craziest thing, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, I forgot to turn off the shuttle. A shuttle either search, recycle the waste, or tractor beam. 1,400 is kind of a lot, and that would injure a crew member if we didn't. Yeah, let's tractor beam. We'll be safe. Yeah, that got really bad. That could have been a really bad outcome. Crew is getting injured. Is this the nebula that injures people? Here, let's activate this sick bay. Turn off this battery compartment. I wonder if this is the nebula that injures people, but I just don't know because it doesn't tell me. See, the sector needs to be like, there needs to be like some sort of like information here. Nothing new to reveal? Well, that's, let's see here. The away missions, basic resources, sector maps, scanning. Yeah, there's nothing in here that tells me about where I'm in at the moment. Hull damage. I have 3 biolaboratories making bio-nero gel packs. One of these should be making Borg things. How far along are these? 4 turns? Okay, 4 turns, I'll transition that one. If you don't upgrade to worsen, can you re-roast the Catman? I don't think so. I don't think so. Am I getting too deep in the weeds? I see mage. No worries. We should be bioweapon dealers. That would not be the Starfleet way, right? We are upholding our moral values as Starfleet officers. We're not going to do some crazy stuff to people. This is 12 cycles away. This is 11, so we could probably go 11, 12, and then here to the trading station. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. See, and now we're switching him over to produce Borg. That said, I do think I want Tom Paris working on the bio ones, because the bio-nero gel packs are more important than the Borgs, but we should be producing some Borg nanites in general. So I guess I hadn't been doing that, which is not good. No trade offers. Oh, my shuttle's still active. Darn it! Always forget to turn these off. Yeah, that's not necessary. And crew's still being healed. Oh, trade offer. What do we get? This is good. We actually have a lot of titanium, surprisingly, and we do need more of the dilithium. So we're gonna accept that trade offer. See, and then the arrow shuttle disappears as it's gonna go for the trading. So that's useful. Why is this draining energy? What did I turn on or off that's draining energy? Well, there's no more patience here, so we could turn that off. I don't know. I don't know what I turned on that was draining energy. And now it's back to not draining energy. Yeah, at least the shuttle, I mean, it could have been the shuttle. I don't think so. Maybe it was just the extra sick bay and I just didn't know it was on. Okay, let's see here. The Aero shuttle. What's left? Recycle the remnant waste because it's probably going to injure a crew member or kill them. We have a lot of space though. I think we just tractor in what we can get and we just not worry about getting it hurt too much, yeah. We'll play it safe. We'll play it safe. We don't need to be risky. We don't need to be risky. Yes, I've been this is my gaming channel. This channel is basically what I started streaming on. When I started creating content, mainly on gaming content on this channel. And then it's only been later that I eventually moved on to, you know, do Disneyland streams and Thomas the Tank Engine videos. Otherwise, it's just been gaming channel. Ironically, out of all the channels, the YouTube channels that I create content on regularly, the gaming one is the one that gives me that I'm not monetized on. I cannot get the hours. For some reason, I cannot get the hours. I'm monetized on Disney channel. I'm monetized on the Thomas the Tank Engine channel. I'm not monetized on this gaming channel. I'm monetized on Twitch. I have affiliate. I don't even know, like, if it's, you know, I don't even know if partner is like that much different than affiliate these days. I really don't. Although it is cool to be a partner if you are a partner. Let's see. Massive debris field. There's a lot of resources stumbling around. Let's take a look. Let's activate the shuttle and see what our options are. When you weren't even affiliate? That's true. That took me a while to get affiliate. And then they made it, I think they made it easier. We can scan for life signs. That will let us get more crew. Do we really need more crew though? Well, oh, look guys, look, we could get 2 resources. Do I have space for it? Yes, I do have space. These are both reds. This will give me what I need if it's crew. Yeah, I can't say that this is much different than this one. Come on, just give me a green, just give me green! I actually didn't need the crew. Or maybe I did, I don't know. But at least I got the materials I needed. Okay, so we can start upgrading the warp core. Oh, finally, that's what we've been waiting for this entire time. So we could turn that shuttle off. Because I basically can't support more rooms without upgrading the warp core. So here we go, we're gonna upgrade. We actually have an engineering team that can do it. So let's go. It's gonna take 3 cycles to upgrade the warp core. This can produce a lot of energy. And then I could finally start building out the rest of this space here that I couldn't. I mean, I've been saving energy. I've created a whole deck where I'm saying like, yeah, these things are just gonna be offline for like ever, unless I need it. Deck 3 is just forever the offline room, unless I happen to like need combat or extra sick bays or whatever. That's right, Dan, we did it! Oh man. How's this trade? 15 more turns for that trade. I still need my dilithium so I can rehire the Maquis Raider because I just didn't do that right. That should be a thing. That was really absolutely necessary. That was necessary to solve. This is a crazy game. It's resource. You're rebalancing resources. You have to deal with your crew, the morale upgrades, right? You're dealing with fighting combat. Like you have an enemy ship. You're dealing with managing your Voyager's rooms and systems. You're exploring different areas of space. You're researching. Am I researching anything? I probably should be researching something. Oh, I remember why I'm not researching something, because I don't have anything to research. Yeah, I don't have anything. Oh right, the biolaboratory. We probably want we want the biolaboratory upgraded. Yeah, that's probably important. Combat is combat port. Oh, hull reinforcement actually would have been really useful. I might do that next. Or something. Or maybe I'll do tier 4. I don't have any dilithium crystals. There's no way to make dilithium crystals. It's nice of you to find this channel, Evan. I appreciate that. That's very, very, very kind of you to do so. So that's a tough one. That's the tough one. But yeah, I don't know. It's a phenomenal game. It's a phenomenal game, and it's fun. Deuterium is pretty good. These are all deuterium planets over here or something. We got a lot of titanium, which is why I'm happy trading it away, and you get more crew here, which I don't know if I really need. Probably could refill up on deuterium right here. Hirogen hunting ship. I need... What is the next sector? Oh, wow. It has a lot of uranium. That's really good. Don't need too much on food. Am I feeding people? Why is everyone upset? Is the holodeck offline? Oh, I know what the problem is. It's because not only are they without quarters, so that's causing problem, but there's also people that are sick. So that's a -4, and this is a -2, but it's the homesickness that's the problem. Yeah, the homesickness is the problem. It's starting to affect me. Okay, Neelix, you're going back in here because I actually need you more than I need you in the shuttle area. I could probably replace Carrie with Tom Paris. And then have him here, because I think the trading is more important than the missions, the away team missions. I don't know. It's a fun game, Jen. Absolutely, it's a great game, and I'm glad that we can play it. So that's always nice. I don't think we need to do any other changes really, but at least we're upgrading main engineering, and we could start considering upgrading some of these other places actually. But again, it's just it's using resources I just don't have I don't want to risk. I'll get a lot more in the next sector, so we'll see how that turns out. Okay, let's move on to the trading station. Unless I forgot to do something. We'll find out if I forgot to do something. Main engineering, life support active. Upgrades ready. Oh man. I think it looks, okay, so here's what, I'm not gonna go down to gray mode. So this is what tier 5 looks like. Does that look brighter to you? That looks brighter to me. This is tier 4. Yeah, it doesn't look as bright. 5 is like crazy. And then this is what tier 3 looks like, which I think we could go down to tier 3. Yeah. I think that's a big difference. Yeah, the brightness, I think there's a significant brightness difference. Do I need to generate this much power at the moment? Probably not. But if I'm gonna start building stuff, I probably want to have that available. I do have an engineering team. I could start upgrading things. I don't have the duranium. I don't have the duranium. Nope. We gotta turn everything on, right? If we're gonna go and do some crazy mission, which may mean we have to fight something, we turn everything on. Everything has to be turned on. Torpedoes online. We got an engineering office online. We turn on like this entire deck. Yes, this entire deck goes online. Everything, phaser controls, emergency batteries. Yeah, we turn on deck 3 is like, hey, you know, things go bad. Okay. A trading opportunity. Voyager approaches a busy spaceport, a hub of interstellar traffic. Hope flickers within the crew. Perhaps here they can find someone to help them decrypt the enigmatic Starfleet message and possibly find a way home. Deck 3 is red alert. Exactly, Deck 3 is red alert. Mr. Neelix is as an experienced trader, they should be familiar territory. Go and make some friends. See, at this point, Neelix is kind of out of his depth here, because I'm pretty sure Neelix didn't cross Borg space, right? Not to mention that Kess threw Voyager like 10,000 light years. So Neelix probably knew a lot, everything leading up to Borg space, and then afterwards he's like, there's no Talaxians. Lieutenant Nunez, I'd appreciate if our resident Talaxian came back in one piece. Okay, what happens here? Only focus on finding Decryptor. Focus on finding Decryptor, but keep eyes open for trading offers. Focus on finding Decryptor, but keep eyes for interesting technology. Ooh! Interesting technology. Oh. I like that. I like that. To me, there have always been multiple ways for Voyager to get home, other than the ultimate way that they decided on. Wormholes, better modes of transportation, quantum subspace, quantum drive. Quantum drive is quantum drive. Even just beaming through a wormhole was an option, but ask you nicely. That's true. Could ask you nicely. Yeah, new technology. Tuvok and Neelix and Vedavesa. Wait, good luck to you both. Tuvok was always unavailable. Are we gonna get Tuvok back because he knew he was technically on this mission? Oh, this may have solved the bug, guys. This may have solved the bug, because by sending Tuvok with Neelix, because he's technically alive, even though he was like preoccupied, that because of the mission didn't know that. I might get Tuvok back after this mission. Maybe we'll finally free Tuvok from his holodeck imprisonment. It was a bad bug. It's a bad bug. Okay, so we no longer have Neelix, but my morale is declining. Okay, let's see here. +4 morale, +6 morale. 6 morale would be nice. Okay, Dinar Pell, guess what? You're in the mess hall. Congratulations. Deck 3, we're no longer in emergencies. No longer emergencies. Deck 3, turn off the shuttle bay. Turn off the shuttle bay. Turn off stellar cartography. I just need a button. They just need a button to say like, hey, what things will you turn off if you don't need to turn on? I mean, that's the button I need. Do I even need like half of these cargo bays on? Probably not this one. And this one's kind of still in use. Okay. Air shuttle still in use. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Do I go after the deuterium? Okay. Take care, Midnight. Thank you for the luck. I appreciate that. I didn't swear. I'll swear. It's sorry that you're East Coast, Midnight. That does happen. I'm sure the Hirogen will kill us, right? It's an abandoned ship. Shuttles, torpedo, engineering office. Engineering office. Torpedoes. Shuttles. Yep. Ultimately, the best solution is to just blow it up and sort it out later. You see, deuterium, you might say like, Kevin, why do we need so much deuterium when you have so much? not only is that the fuel to keep our ship going and from sector to sector, but it could also potentially be useful for trading for other resources, and I've been finding that to be pretty useful. I do think I'm gonna need to make another holodeck. How much is a holodeck? Can I upgrade my current holodeck? Not yet. Technology, combat crew, holodeck. Yeah, I need 775 deuterium. I don't need these batteries. I could dismantle them. Yeah, I'll dismantle these batteries because I got the big battery now, so I don't need to. And I have extra work crews. Turn that off. Turn the torpedo bay off. Turn the shuttle bay off. Yeah, I have all these extra crews not doing anything. Why do I have one extra crew here? All my engineering offices are off. Oh, that's because it's not actually doing anything. So I could just have them dismantle the batteries, and that's going to give me back some resources, which I don't necessarily need. But yeah. Red alert or something. I do need a red alert button to turn things on or off. Like, you know, deck 3, red alert. I like to think of deck 3 as sort of my combat bridge. Like this is like when red alert happens, you know, people start like rushing into that area. We'll get some more deuterium, and then we'll start making our way down this section just to get some more titanium. We'll probably ignore these planets here on this side, and we'll move on. The trade station will eventually get to us. Oh no, one of your comments is missing? I don't know. It's YouTube. It's YouTube doing crazy stuff. YouTube! No, system. Yeah, I made a nice little space here for a holodeck, right? Perfect. This will be holodeck 1, holodeck 2. A lot of the things that I've done in regards to this designing this ship has been focused on redundancy. So a lot of the stuff up here is also down here. Like I do have a shield generator and another phaser control room. So the idea is that if this deck gets damaged or I can't use it, I still have this deck to use our weapons. And if both of them are damaged, I still have a shield generator and a phaser control room on this deck, right? So I can lose 2 whole decks and still be able to fight, theoretically. And that's why the sick bays are on different decks. Like it's all kind of redundancy. I could all lose the entirety of deck 4 because it's all just quarters, and if I ever like need more energy, this is deck 4 is just going. Deck 4 is like, yeah, no one's sleeping. Everyone sleeps in the hallways. But unfortunately, I don't have enough room for the holodecks to be separated. So if deck 6 goes, like both holodecks get disabled. So that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be what I have to deal with. But I figured that if I'm dealing with the fact that I have like so much damage, that maybe I won't be too concerned about the holodecks. Maybe it'll be like, oh yeah, I don't even need to like activate everything else. Bussard collectors, straight into the mouth. There's coffee in that nebula. I just lost a lot of hull. That's okay. There's coffee in that nebula. Yeah. It was monkey. You resent it. Oh no. Oh no, sorry Cassandra. God, you build it with the same logic as the RFSN Titan. Exactly, Mage. Right? The Titanic. Right? Nothing bad ever happened to the Titanic. The trade station is gonna want to talk to us at some point. 5 turns? This is 4 cycles away? Do I need to go back to the training station? It'll be a waste of energy to go here and then go back. Let's go here, and then if I need to go back, I'll go back. But we'll risk not having to go back. Emergency rations, fine. Biolaboratory. Okay, that's good. But I can't really research much else. I have a lot of research. I just can't do anything with it. Shield matrix. Cutting beam. Fires powerful beam. No, don't need a cutting beam. I could upgrade my torpedo launcher. Even though, like, theoretically I've been using it. Hull reinforcement. That works. Because I had bad hull reinforcement issues last time. Oh, are you back? Oh, no. Dilithium for -1 threat level? No, we're going to reject this. We need the dilithium. And the threat level is already at 1. So it's okay. Shuttles. Ooh, this will give us dilithium. Oh, okay. Actually, let's take a look at what the options are here. This is what we need. We need a dilithium. So there's a debris field with the remnants of vessels. This will injure people. This will guarantee stuff. This actually has a pretty good injuring people. This one has mostly good chance of success. I don't think the shuttle is worth it. We don't need a lot of tritanium, and we also just need a little bit of dilithium for the Maquis. So let's try this one. Go for green, go for green! Yes! Okay, now I can finally fix my mistake and hire the Maquis Raider. I mean, it is going to use some of my duranium, but the Maquis Raider ally is very strong, in my opinion. I mean, we could also go for the Talaxian, and he's going to be eating food. But I think that I prefer the stronger Maquis Raider ally. So at least that gives me that again. Yeah, you just heal. Just keep healing. Just keep healing. You got this. My morale is plummeting. I see, because I was on rations. Darn it. I need to go to Replicator. I have so much deuterium. I can go to Replicator at some point. Return to the trading hub. Of course I have to return to the trading hub. Of course I have to return to the trading hub. Do I have the ability to make a second shuttle? No. Okay. Not yet. Didn't research that. See you later, Dan. Take care. Have a good one. Being cloned isn't a health plan. What about meeting your mirror universe duplicate? Nope. Nope. Red alert. Red alert. Destination? Destination means red alert. We'll collect the dilithium, so that's helpful. Now we got some dilithium. Everything on. Everything on. Torpedoes on. Stellar cartography on. Workshop on. Shuttles on. Red alert. Engineering office on. Turn on the cargo bay. Yeah, just in case we get some more tritanium. Technology. We'll see what kind of technology. I don't think I can trade anything except deuterium. Hopefully it's not anything that's gonna be too crazy. Your mirror self probably is a menace. What if your mirror self mage is like just like the worst person? Like you almost be like, wow. It's like it's almost like reveals like the depths of the depravity of humanity. You'd be like, you wouldn't necessarily think that you would go so far, but I guess any of us really, if we were raised differently, we were in different environments, if we were forced to the ends of our rope, we would we could all have the potential for just falling prey for that. I don't know. How late do I stay up? It depends. If I'm at the parks at Disneyland till like say 1 o'clock, maybe like 1:15 when I'm saying goodbye, it'll take me like to get home like 2 o'clock because there's no really traffic. Usually, I mean, sometimes freeways are closed for construction purposes. One time I was driving on the 5, really close to Disneyland, and there were a gang of cars that were doing wheelies and spinning out and all sorts of things on the freeway, on the 5 freeway going north. Like that's a major freeway. Like that freeway goes directly to the city. You know, the 5 also goes down to Angel Stadium, going the other direction. It goes to Disneyland, of course. So I'm like, oh my gosh, all these cars are doing crazy stuff on this freeway. Luckily, I was able to get off the freeway before encountering it. But like otherwise, if I was trapped behind those cars, I'd just be stuck there, and it'd be dangerous because you know cars could hit you. So let's continue the mission. Oh, Tuvok, I haven't heard Tuvok in a while. Captain, we have found an individual extraordinarily talented in the field of description. He has agreed to help us with our message. That's an understatement, Captain. He's a genius. It's just a shame we didn't manage to find anything else of interest. We will beam back to Voyager with our new guest shortly. Well, that's really unfortunate. Let's see what the comps say. Tomorrow's yesterday. Good to have you on board. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. Your reputation precedes you, Captain. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for offering us your talent, Mr. The name is Arturus, and my talent is simply a gift my people take for granted. Don't sell yourself short. Captain, this man is a genius. I was in the middle of negotiations when the Universal Translator went offline. Arturus here stepped in and acted as a perfect go-between, and he never heard either of our languages. Truly marvelous. The languages were simple. I mean no insult, of course. Let's try to learn more about him and his people, right? We're explorers. We're exploring space. Yeah, I know, Evan. It was crazy on that freeway. I was shocked. I mean, I've been going to Disneyland for a while now, you know, for streaming, and even before then, although not nearly as frequently. And even then, I was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen on the freeway. I don't think I've seen like a lot of weird things on the freeway, but that was crazy. People just spinning around. You'd be nervous driving that? It'd be nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking. You make split decisions sometimes. When you face that situation, your brain starts like going in all sorts of directions trying to figure out how to get out. Like, it's amazing how capable the human body, the human mind is in sorting through it all. And you'll find a solution. You'll find a solution. And then you might get a little tired afterwards, right? Because your body's working overload. But it's the same reason, like, moms are able to lift like giant pickup trucks off their babies. It's like adrenaline, all that stuff. It's all acting together to give you guys that extra push. They give us that extra push when we need it. Even if normally we'd never be able to do some of these things in a million years. I can't ever say I've ever met a living universal translator. My people have a way with languages. I myself know over 4,000. Fascinating. I'm sure you'll decrypt our message in no time. We've already prepared your quarters. It seems Voyager truly is a welcoming place. I'm happy to help. In return, I would like to travel with you to a neighboring sector. It's a deal. Make yourself comfortable. Arturus, I prepared our decryption progress report. My expertise may be of assistance to you. Forgive me for asking, but are you Borg? Yes, but I am no longer part of the collective. Voyager freed me. They showed me compassion. Captain Janeway has been encouraging me to accept my own individuality. Amazing. I've never heard of anything like that. If I recall correctly, the Borg designated your people as species 116. Yes, and not our proper name. Now, shall we proceed with the decryption? Okay, so now we just need to wait for him to decrypt it by 10 turns. That seems pretty reasonable. That's not the worst thing. 10 turns. I can't believe we had to go back to the trade station. Could have just flown there and waited a turn. Okay, we're off red alert. Turn that off. Torpedo launch bay off. No need the workshop. I mean, I don't even use torpedoes, so it's like almost pointless to have a workshop. I wonder if you playing on a higher difficulty, if like you're definitely going to need torpedoes. And I suspect the answer is yes. But for now, things are okay. No trade offers. Okay, I think something is draining power. Oh, because I have an extra car. I need the cargo bay. I need the cargo bay because I have so much titanium that I need to store it all. I don't have any duranium. I'm even using the waste disassembler to create duranium, but it doesn't work that fast. I could create another waste assembler, but again, it just doesn't work that fast. So it doesn't provide resources as well as other places. Although maybe I do have room. I haven't run out of room yet, but I'm starting to approach the point. That's why I still have emergency quarters for everyone to live in, because I don't have space to house everyone as much as I want. So that is a problem. If you like, have you ever played Terraformers? No, I've never played Terraformers, Mage. What is Terraformers like? See, I don't even know if I want to recruit more people. Maybe recruiting people has not been the worst of my problems, although admittedly I am slowly running out of morale. So that is becoming a little bit of a problem. Enter ship. Okay, yep. Premium replicator rations. Trade offer. We got a trade offer. Ooh, this is what we needed. We're going to get rid of 500 deuterium in exchange for 120 duranium, which is exactly what we needed. So that's perfect. That's perfect. That's the trade offer we needed. I don't necessarily always like having the Aero Shuttle on because it does use 8 power, which is a lot in the grand scheme of things. But for now, I think this nebula is hurting people because people keep getting sick. But so far, we're doing okay in maintaining that, so it's not the worst. Workshop, disruptor array. Okay, so we just turn back on, and we put the workshop. So terraforming is a colony sim where you terraform Mars and you have to manage morale and trading with Earth's resources and such. Ooh, that sounds interesting. This is a resource management game, so that makes perfect sense. The collector probe sometimes fails, and then we just don't get anything. The protective barrier against toxic atmosphere could eventually hurt people, kill people, but it will give us a lot of deuterium. I'd rather get something. Yeah, 1,000 deuterium is really useful. Right, then we could just turn this off. What else did I turn on? Workshop. Oh, my battery is full. See, I have a full battery. So this is my large battery of 720. So now that it's finally full, I could actually reduce my power for 10 turns, and this is going to just start draining that battery. And using that energy. And it's a more efficient way of doing things, but it'll also use less deuterium, which is really nice because then I could preserve some of that deuterium. So that works. That works well for my purposes. I don't know. There's some games that I have tried about resource management, and there's one game called Frostpunk. I might have been Frostpunk or something, where the world has ended and you are trying to create a community in a frozen world, right? Where you're trying to stay warm, but you also need to mine resources. And it kind of was interesting, but at the same time, it was kind of depressing, right? Post-apocalyptic is sad, you know, is there really any hope for the world? At least with this game, Star Trek is an optimistic setting, right? You know, you're exploring, you're trying to get home. Like, there are challenges, there are a lot of difficulties, but at least everyone is working together, right? The humanity is better, we're better people. You know, we're optimistic, we're explorers. And I like that a lot about this. It's the same reason I like Disneyland, right? Disneyland is optimistic, right? It's magical, it's hopeful, right? You know, there are other theme parks out there, Universal, Knott's Berry Farm, but Disney has that magic that's saying like, hey, you know what? With just a little bit of pixie dust, a little bit of joy, a little bit of effort, you know, you too can achieve your dreams. You too can find, you know, adventure and joy and happiness, which I like. I like that a lot. I'm a hopeful, optimistic person, and it resonates with me, just like Star Trek does, right? So there's a lot of stuff and shows and things that I don't like. Like Fallout as a game is very interesting, but every now and again I just get depressed by how bleak it is, right? Like the world has ended, you know, society is like kind of dead. Like it's sad, it's tragic to me, you know, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it, you know. Which is kind of why I like Starfield a little bit better than Fallout, although Starfield is kind of not as well made game as Fallout by quite a bit of a margin, honestly. But it's a space game. It's futuristic. It's hopeful. Humanity's doing well. There's threats out there, but you know, it's optimistic. Fallout 50's aesthetic futurism pre-war. I mean, I could like that. It's a great game. It has a great story, but I don't know. Hull reinforcement. We researched it. Okay, so we actually got dilithium crystals now, so that gives us a lot. But the problem is our morale is the problem. Right? See how our morale is falling like, well, not like crazy. We also need more duranium. Is there anything that? Oh, whoops. Is there anything that will give me more duranium? Actually, let's. What did that say? Borg Pro stranded debris field. Borg are aboard, but they seem to have been disconnected, collected, not confused, and aggressive. Oh. Holodeck. Neuroelectric field damage. We could transport them to our regeneration outposts where they can fully regenerate and calm down. Yeah, they're basically in distress. So we got 7 X-Borg now that have joined us. Okay, well that's fun. Luckily, my alcove can handle 10 X-Borg, so I about got 8 X-Borg. It's really just a matter of what resources we need. We can't research 15 because we don't have enough dilithium crystals. Maybe science has something. Hydroponics Bay 3 is pretty useful. Transporter rooms, navigational deflector, hull damage, energy dissipator, disables energy systems. Yeah, science doesn't give us anything. Combat will give us more shields, but we're not in a combat situation. Last time we were in a definite combat situation problem. We're okay here. Crew and Borg may be the places that we need to go here, because then we could get a holodeck level 2. If we get the materials to expand it, we could increase our morale by doing double fuel rations or replicator rations. I don't want to build the observation lounge. I just don't have the resources for it. That may be the solution. The alternative is we could also, like, after cruise, we get victory celebrations, and that will get more morale after each victory. We don't have the science for that. We don't have the science. We need 100 science. Okay, we wait on this. We wait on this. Okay, let's get some more of that tritanium, and then we'll leave this system. Or we could try and grab some more of this dialect. Well, how far away are we from the next system? 9 cycles? This is 9 cycles away. Although, admittedly, this isn't the worst system. This hasn't been the worst system, but we have been past 45 cycles here. So we might want to move on. We might want to move on this from this. Okay, Torpedo Launch Bay level 1. Abandoned mining station under lockdown. Okay. So, we could search for stuff without entering the station. We could destroy the facility and collect what's there. We could activate the station, or we could analyze the terrain and try to mine with Voyager's equipment. I like that. That definitely looks a lot safer than everything else. Yeah, okay. Medium amount of resources, 30 tritanium, that's fine. Yeah, we're fine with that. I already have so much of it. I have so much of it. I just don't need it. Also, I have the engineering bays activated still. I don't need to have this activated. That'll save some more energy. Disruptor array, workshop. Oh man, forgot to turn that off. Workshop. We could deploy collector probes. Again, when that happens, you sometimes just lose everything, which just makes me really sad. But we really don't need to risk anyone, do we? Yeah, protective barrier against the shields. It'll be fine. Hey, 69. That's pretty good. It's a lot of titanium we've collected. I really do need a second cargo bay. Too bad I can't convert titanium into duranium. That's been a big problem. Just the lack of conversion. It's not that we really need it. Okay, we can turn that off. 55. Here, let's bring the warp core back up to that level, and then we're going to move on to the next sector. Actually, we're going to wait a turn, because then we'll see if the description points us to a specific sector that we need to go to, right? And then we'll go there, right? So we could actually just wait a turn. So we could probably just turn this back down for 5. We'll wait a turn. We'll be fine. Okay, and now we turn everything back on. Red alert, red alert. We'll just go to 5 here, because sometimes when you're in combat, you want to have more energy. We red alert, red alert. Captain, I may have uncovered vital information. Arcturus' abilities are uncanny. No wonder the Borg were interested in species 116. Much of the data is still garbled. However, I did decrypt a spatial grid which includes coordinates. Take a look. That's less than 10 light years from here. Maybe Starfleet found us a shortcut home, Captain. Be optimistic. Only one way to find out, Ensign. Helm, set a course. Let's see a Starfleet command pull through. Okay, where are the coordinates? Okay, see, it's in the next sector. Okay, so that's good. Okay, we could turn everything back on again. Off red alert. You know, no more engineering office. No torpedoes that I never use. I'm sure it's not an important matter that I turn off my navigation. That's not important, right? The things that some people find important and stuff that I find important may differ just a bit. Yeah, we'll go down to that warp system. 28 turns is pretty good. Okay, oh, this is not so bad. 9 cycles away, the USS Dauntless. I feel like the solution here is to go to this planet and then the Dauntless. Because this will at least give us some duranium. And then we could figure out the rest later. Wow, 28 cycles of energy. I don't have as much energy this time as this last time. This may be one of those times where I will go... Should we just collect the energy? I feel like we're not going to come back here to this system, and I really should collect more energy. Oh, darn it. Okay, fine. 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 I didn't think we needed it, but... Oh! Ooh, 8:59. No, go back to normal food rations. Oh, is Neelix back? Why don't I have Neelix in here? Neelix is much better at this than... I think she is. I think he is. And then you, Pel, can go to... the biolab. The biolab that isn't doing anything because we don't have uranium. How about the other biolab? The one that's making the Borg pieces, because that can actually do stuff. Engineering office, energy dissipator. Ooh, a small vessel that's about to explode. That's fun. Oh, I don't have an energy dissipator control room. Probably scavenge it on the outskirts and then not stabilize the ship. Oh, hold on, hold on. This gives us duranium. This gives us a lot of duranium, or the ship could explode. Play it safe. Play it safe. Play it safe. Play it safe. Yeah, that could have been bad. We did get some duranium, but some crew got injured. But that's why we have a sick bay. That's why we have a sick bay, guys. But at least we got some duranium, so that was helpful. Okay, we're gonna connect. And now that you actually don't need to be in there, we'll assign it to this biolaboratory. We're just gonna collect as much as we can here, and then we're moving on. Shuttles. Oh, we have a new trade offer. Science for... We probably should do something with our science for one. Let's turn on the shuttle. Let's figure out what we got here. A debris field with a lot of resources around here. We can scan for life signs to get more crew. I'm not sure we need more crew. We haven't had that issue yet. So we probably don't know. We get the debris aboard. This gets 1,000. This is probably the safest at 706. But I want to try and get as much as possible. Okay, there's two. This scan for life signs will get us more potentially. Yeah, we really don't need more crew. Let's try for the shuttle. Okay, 1,000. That's a solid amount. That's a solid amount there. That's what we need. We were going to research something. I think we were going to research crew tier 3. Or the combat victory celebrations. Problem is we don't get into a lot of combat lately. 8 dilithium crystals. I guess we'll figure it out. I guess we do need to eventually unlock that tier at some point, so that's what we'll do. Borg sphere. That's not scary at all. Abandoned ship, abandoned Borg sphere, engineering, torpedo shuttles. Torpedo, engineering, shuttles. Yeah, probably just blow it up and extract what we can. Yeah, this is giving us a decent amount of material, so that's good. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then one more, and then we finally get to move on with the materials that we have. A good number of crew have formally asked about shore leave. You know, with all the relentless stress of our journey, a little break from duty is just about absolutely vital for keeping everyone's spirits up and their heads clear. Okay. We actually have the room to let 20 crew leave. 30 cycles. And plus 12 morale. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and do that. Do we have to feed them too? Well, giving them some shore leave. That gives us a little bit of that morale. Ooh, yeah, Bussard collectors. Fly in the atmosphere. Always that option. Took some hull damage. That's okay. We have plenty of hull. We'll be fine. Okay, we collected everything that we probably could. This will also take us closer to that sector, I think. Okay, maybe not that close. 9. Wow, everything is just super far away. Okay, guess we're going to the Class L planet. Here we go. Oh, Malon freighter. Malons, they're basically giant waste cargo vessels of toxic waste, like a very toxic waste, radiation, biohazards, everything. Apparently, the Malon have very toxic producing power systems, and they put all these things on. Oh wait, do I get Tuvok back? Oh, I got Tuvok back. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's amazing. I did not think I'd get Tuvok back. To dump in certain areas away from their society, right? They're basically giant polluters. Unfortunately, Voyager tried to give them clean technology, and they're like, nah, we don't need clean technology. We have this is our profitable way for me to make money. And so it's really sad.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders are to, what do they have? Oh, their guns are already pretty weak. Without their shields, the Malon will surrender. Okay, from the front then, I guess.
Captain.
I should assign Tuvok to something. He finally got fixed because of that mission.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
27 science points. Duranium. Ooh, we definitely could use some duranium. Crew tier 3. Okay. We could improve the Talaxian ally. Double food rations will mean that the morale is better. Replicator rations increase the morale higher. Holodeck 2 if we could upgrade it. We can't upgrade it. We can't. I think that the replicator rations is the best one, because sometimes we do go to replicator rations because we run out of the normal food rations. Yeah, that's probably fine. A Class L planet. Torpedo launch bay, engineering office. We do have an engineering office. Okay, so atmosphere is breathable, but this arid, rocky forest world is environmentally hostile. I guess we'll just kind of scan this area. Like, it's kind of fine. This will give us probably more likely get resources, but orange is not ideal. Or this could give us 119. Actually, this one probably would just involve getting some crew members injured, not dead. So it's probably okay to send this mining team and get 89 more duranium. Ooh, that was close. Okay, turn off the engineering office. I do need more. Ooh, the morale's going up. That's because I got shore leave going on. Do I build a holodeck? I can't build a holodeck. I don't have enough resources. This is the first time in a while. Oh, trade complete. No, I'm not gonna give up science for. Well, I'll hold on to that. Now I can build a holodeck. Part of me wonders if like this is like makes sense to build a holodeck, and part of me is like, can't hurt. Morale is, it's not the worst problem I'm facing, but it is a problem I'm facing. 13 cycles. Yeah, I gotta start building it now. That's taking a long time. Should I have activated Engineering Office 2 to start repairing the hull? Maybe if it goes below 500. Okay, let's go see the USS Dauntless. Let's see where this mission takes us. Captain, we reach our destination. Orders? We're gonna return later. Here's what we're gonna do. Everything is on. Red alert. Engineering office on. Torpedoes on. Workshop on. Stellar cartography. Not enough power? That's okay. Not enough crew? Because I gave everyone shore leave. Well, we don't need crew for the holodeck, right? Well, the holodeck might be important. We actually don't need the second sick bay. Because we don't have that many crew members that are injured. And we don't need this battery compartment. It's not the energy that's the problem. Shuttle being on and stellar cartography, it requires 2 people. I need 2 more people. I don't want to turn off sickbay. I don't want to turn off sickbay. Because that might be very important. Everything else is kind of critical. Cargo bays. 3,000. I guess I could turn off the duranium, one of the duranium cargo bays. That'll free up 2 people for stellar cartography. Okay. Let's see what this takes us. Oh boy. We're approaching the coordinates, Captain. Anything on scans? I am picking up a vessel, Captain. The signature is Starfleet. The USS Dauntless. The view screen shows an impossible image, a Starfleet vessel. As the image sharpens, the letters on the hull become visible. USS Dauntless. I'll be damned, they came through. Scan the ship for life signs. Yellow alert, scan them. I'm already at red alert, Janeway. No life signs. No damage to the outer hull. Primary systems are online, including life support. Where's the crew? The answer is somewhere in that Starfleet transmission. Soon, Captain. I am making significant progress. Noted. Until then, send an away team to secure the vessel. Forgive my observation, Captain, but I'm surprised you're not more encouraged by this discovery. Experience taught me to walk the fine line between hope and caution, but I'll admit, I'm leaning towards hope this time. Ooh, look at this! We gotta do a away team mission. This is exciting. Well, we're gonna need a pilot. So that's Tom Paris. He also covers a lot of this. Okay. We probably want somebody with significant engineering, because engineering seems to be pretty high up here on the challenge list. Especially at the bottom one. So we have a couple of engineers, B'Elanna Torres, Carrie. I mean, Terry Kim could do it. It's a real matter of like what we need. B'Elanna has a lot of good phasers, but we don't need phaser stuff. And Carrie is going to add to the Starfleet challenge thing. But Harry Kim would add to the science. And science is really useful. I guess the other question is, do we have anyone with high science? Science. Tuvok has decent science. Doctor has 42 science. I guess we could send both Harry Kim and 7 of 9, which have both of the remaining resources. They don't have the command, though. I'm thinking Tuvok. Ugh. Command. 30, 45, 40, 36. We'll send Tuvok, and then we'll send Harry Kim. There we go. We're on the bridge. The design is unmistakably Starfleet, but different. No crew in sight. Okay, gain access to the consoles. Analyze the ship's cross-section display, or we can analyze the helm. But Tom Paris may not survive that. Oh, man. That's pretty weird. I like this, because that gives us a guaranteed success with 72. Ooh, but the Duranium. Oh, that risk chance is crazy. We don't need the food, though. Duranium, though. This will give us science, and this will give us a guaranteed success there. So we'll just gain access to the consoles. The team accesses the ship's registry data. It's the USS Dauntless Registry NX-0A1. However, its launch date is strange. Stardate 51472. If true, it would have traveled 60,000 light years in only 3 months. Heading down to engineering. What is this engine? Whoa! We're experiencing energy fluctuations in the propulsion system. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah, you could probably put it up there. Or, no, right there. That's probably good. We can scan the engine with a tricorder. We can access one of the consoles, or we can inspect the fuel type this engine uses. So what is this? That's pretty good. None of these give us a guarantee outcome. This one is equal to the bottom one, but this at least gives us a reward of science. So scan the engine with the tricorder. The tricorder indicates the engine is fundamentally different from a warp drive. The designation on one of the consoles reads Quantum Slipstream Drive. Quantum Slipstream Drive. Suddenly the engine powers up and the auto navigation kicks in. Uh-oh. Captain, the engine, we're moving. We need to shut this thing down. That's really bad. This will work. Access helm controls. There you go. The team accesses the helm and commandeers the ship. It's a rough ride, but they stop the ship. Gathering their senses, they realize how far they traveled in such a short time. 15 light years. They inform Voyager. There you go. We succeeded in completing that mission. The US Dauntless went to a different sector. Okay, so you have to kind of follow the USS Dauntless, I guess. Yeah, it's right over here now. That's interesting. Hey, well, you know what? Maybe this ship is the way home. Hard to say. Hard to say. We do need more materials, though. Is this the same nebula? It's so hard to tell what nebula I'm in. Yeah, these Class Y planets, Borg Spear. I might visit all of this stuff, honestly. Because these three we definitely need. More titanium is not necessary, but we're so close. And then just getting some more fuel in general. It's sort of like you don't have to visit everything, but eventually the crew is going to get upset. So, yeah, that's kind of a problem. You know, getting the crew being upset is a problem. Just a little bit, You don't want an upset crew. You don't want an upset crew. Not at all. That's a tough one. I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, how much do you try and do, and how much are you trying to What's the word? You beat the clock, I suppose, would be a way of saying it. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. So, okay, look at that, guys. Look, I even have this command that could do this. That could go up like that. Isn't that pretty crazy? We've playing for quite a bit, but I think we've come to the end of the stream for tonight, and I do appreciate you guys being here. If you watch Star Trek Voyager, you kind of know how this probably turns out, but we've been streaming for quite some time here. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you to our moderators for watching chat. Thank you to our Twitch subscribers, YouTube members, our Patreons, our super chatters, our super gifters. You're very kind, and I'm grateful to your support. It means a lot to me, and I don't say thank you enough, so I want to say thank you to all of you guys. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow we're doing a Disneyland stream. Disneyland stream schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Those are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night, as far as I know. So nice nighttime stream. Yeah, it was fun out there. Absolutely, I enjoyed it. I like nighttime streams. This is great. I mean, Disneyland is usually what I'm normally streaming is Disneyland, of course, but at night. But I figured it was kind of too late for Minecraft. A lot of the people that like to play Minecraft tend to watch a little bit earlier, like 8 hours earlier, 7 hours earlier. So it wasn't necessarily a good time for Minecraft, but it's what worked in the schedule. And I appreciate you all being here. So I look forward to it. I want to go ahead and just let you guys know that we are experiencing some crazy weather around the country. It is really snowy and blizzardy over in the East Coast. Here in the West Coast, we're experiencing, I wouldn't say a heat wave, but it's warm. It's warm here. It feels like a spring at least. Feels like spring, right? Which if you're at Disneyland today, you probably felt really nice. Although it's getting probably a little cold right now. But I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Make sure you guys are, drinking water and wearing the proper clothing and staying warm if necessary, or staying cool. And, just do the fun things that you guys like. Do the fun things that you guys enjoy. Absolutely. That's the important thing. We'll on Twitch, we'll go raid a friend of ours. So when we raid them, we'll just yell Penguin Raid. And we'll have some fun times. And then after that, we are going to that'll be it. We won't be. I don't think I could raid anyone on YouTube because I don't follow anyone. This is one of the weird times where I could raid on both channels because I have access to it. No one usually watches me on YouTube on when I'm doing the Minecraft streams, but I can't raid anyone. I can't raid anyone on YouTube because I don't have access to that. Oh no, I do have access to that feature. Main Street Cowgirl? Okay, this is gonna be weird. Okay, on YouTube, we're gonna raid Main Street Cowgirl. Okay, so when you raid Main Street Cowgirl, you'll Penguin Raid. On Twitch, we're gonna raid another friend, probably like Stratford or Frizzle, and you're just Penguin Raid same time. So it's two different raids. It's gonna be weird, right? So for those on YouTube, good luck. Say hi to Katie for me. Shout out to Main Street Cowgirl. We raided her last time too. For those of you guys on Twitch, say hello to our other friend, and always yell Penguin Raid, guys. I love you all, guys. Take care. Have a good night. We'll play our end screen, and then we'll move forward. This is so weird, raiding two people at the same time. Hey, whatever works. Lots of love to you guys. Take care. Sleep well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Where's the end screen? Somewhere around here. There it is.